Welcome back to day 2 of Free Agency Frenzy Live and Aaron Rodgers Watch, day 6,492. What is going on? A snowy Sunday from Long Island. I am coming to you live. I got to update the banner. I should have that ticket, NFL Free Agency Live. Become a member to support the channel. Follow along on socials, Matt O'Leary, NY. Send in super chats to have any questions answered. And you could also subscribe to the extra channel, Matt O'Leary NY Extra, for bonus content over there. It's going to be a busy day. Yesterday, we were on for 6 hours on live. 6 hours. I can promise you it will not be a repeat of 6 hours again. Too much to do today. I'm going to be doing this stream. Maybe react to news later in the day. We have the Talking Jets panel at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. And I got to decide what the heck I'm going to do with the Just Jets podcast. Well, I have no idea what to do because it feels like news could break any minute. I felt this way for over a week. Over a week we've been dealing with this. Don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen there. But the big news that we have so far right now is this from Diana Rossini. We'll start there, and there are a lot of other things we have to get into as well. Let's play the video.
Adam Schefter reported earlier today that the team is also going after Alan Lazard. We know that that's Aaron Rodgers, one of his favorite go-to wide receivers. And I was told there are some other players that Aaron Rodgers has on a list that he would like the New York Jets to look into. Not sure if that means that it has to be definite in order for him to agree and say, yes, this is the trade that I want. But the New York Jets are doing the work to take a look at the landscape of these free agents and making sure that they line up with what Aaron Rodgers would like.
And we had talked about, I think Orlovsky made the comparison to Tom Brady when he comes in. He's like, all right, I want Gronk here. I need Antonio Brown. I'd like all this to go down to make myself comfortable. It sounds like he's going to be a similar situation.
Yeah, but we're still waiting to hear that official word, right? He's got to tell the Green Bay Packers, I no longer want to play here, and I'd like to be traded to the New York Jets. And as of right now, we have not heard that. But the Jets, they remain hopeful that Aaron Rodgers is going to make that decision that he wants to be in New York.
Where does he reside in the offseason? Is there going to be like a puff of smoke from whatever hut he's hanging out in so we know? I'd say green, but Green Bay's green as well, so we're not going to get an indication.
Look, New Jersey is a wonderful state. I know some great little towns that he could check out if he liked to live there, you know, and I could use a nanny. So if he wants to do that
I've heard Hoboken can go off too.
All right, there we go. So, yeah, there's apparently a long list of names, in case you didn't know, who was on this list. For Diana Rossini's been spot on with most of her reports on this list. Randall Cobb, Alan Lazard, Mercedes Lewis, and Odell Beckham Jr. It is as we mentioned, a pretty long list. We're going to get into your comments on it as well, so make sure to get those going. I see Pat Dunn in here. Appreciate it, Pat. He goes, drinking yet? Because I am. I have not started yet. I have the champagne ready. To go. But there's also been a couple of other reports that I think are worthwhile to bring up because they are Jets related. Or they impact the Jets, I think is the better way to describe it. So the center market is starting to come through. A little bit as you have, let's see, Garrett Bradbury. We're going to pull that up. Vikings have reached an agreement with Garrett Bradbury to return to Minnesota, 2019 first rounder. That deal is 3-year, $15.75 million. So not a ton of money, a little over $5 million a year. 525. And then Jake Brendel, who the Jets made a push on, supposedly, is getting a 4-year deal. Did his money come out? No, we don't have the money there yet. But we also have Nate Herbig, the former Jet, is getting a 2-year, $8 million deal. He's probably going to get a chance to start with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm assuming he's going to get paid, and he's going to have a chance to compete for a starting job, which probably wasn't going to happen here with AVT and Laken Tomlinson in the mix. So that's not super surprising. Not super surprising to hear that one, but that's the big stuff that's going on right now. Obviously, again, we're going to get into your comments, but there's some guys on that list that I like, and other guys that's like, I could probably do without. But let's pop that. Actually, let's pop that back up for a second here. So Randall Cobb Wide receiver 5, really not something that I'm going to personally get bent out of shape for. Look at that as the Braxton Berrios replacement that's going to come a lot cheaper. Alan Lazard is pretty much a wash on Corey Davis. So he's a Davis replacement. Mercedes Lewis is a tight end 4. Odell's a bigger one, and that's a hot button. He's somebody that I feel like people either love him or they hate him. I am just afraid with the 2 ACLs in 3 years, and supposedly he wants like $20 million a year on a multi-year deal. I don't feel comfortable doing that. To me, that one doesn't feel necessary. If you're adding Lazard and Cobb, then your wide receiver room already would be Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb, Denzel Mims, guys like that. Now you add Odell into the fold there. That is just, that adds to it. But again, the injuries have to be a concern there with him. TJ chimes in and says, "Rip Herbig." Yeah, that's a tough one. That is definitely a tough one. Conflicting reports on Connor McGovern. So there was the other Connor McGovern signed with the Buffalo Bills. But then there was a tweet that referenced Connor McGovern signing with the Detroit Lions, which may have since been deleted. But here is the Connor McGovern that signed with Buffalo. He got a 3-year, $23 million deal. So I'm assuming that the Jets' Connor McGovern is actually still active. That is still on the table. I don't think the Jets' Connor McGovern, but the impact, if we go back to our original reports, let's go. Actually, maybe we scroll up. I think this list had them all. Where's Ari when you need him? I thought I had him in here somewhere. Oh, I'm sharing the wrong tab. I think that's why. Here we go. I found it. So Bradbury, the Bradbury and Brendel. I'm excited for what we see. What kind of money does he get? I think will be an indicator for what you can expect McGovern if the Jets want to bring him back. Moore is not gone. I don't think so. You had Josina Anderson come out and say that Moore isn't getting traded. I absolutely don't think Elijah Moore is going to get moved. I really don't. Let's see where it is. Yeah, here we go. Someone replies, Moore getting traded? No, I don't think so. I don't think Elijah. He's part of the Jets core. The Rodgers guys are going to be add-ons, and plus, we don't know if it's saying I'm only coming to the guys. I'm only coming to the Jets if you sign these guys. It's guys that he wants them to check in on. Apparently, according to the report. Another day with Mary O'Leary. Who's Mary O'Leary? Who dat? Gangrene says Matt O'Leary. I don't see it being Mercedes Lewis. I think it'll be Robert Tonyan instead. I really don't. You already have Rucker. You already have Uzama. You already have Conklin. Mercedes Lewis is someone that Aaron Rodgers has gone out of his way to say that he wants to end his career with him. So I think it will be Mercedes Lewis. I don't think it's going to be Robert Tonyan. I really don't. Tyler said, good point. Tyler brings up the Jacoby Myers deal, which he got pennies on the dollar. He was the first wide receiver domino to fall. $33 million over 3 years. It's $21 million guaranteed, $11 million AAV. Maybe he won't cost that much. Good point. Dave the Dude says, if I'm the Jets re-signing your current McGovern to a 3-year deal with an opt-out after 2. Yeah, that's definitely on the table, I think, to bring him back, especially when you see with the price tag that some of these free agents are getting. David chimes in and says, I'd rather go with Zach Wilson as bad as Zach has played. I admit that I'd rather go with him over a troublesome, crazy quarterback who would do us nothing but harm, nothing celebrate by getting him. David Gaines, congratulations. You have earned yourself a trip to, let's see if this works. We have a new thing with today's stream based on how much fun we had yesterday with it.
Put him in the fucking bathroom. Get him out of here.
In the bathroom you go. Put him in the bathroom. See you in 5. Thoughts on this so-called list? Yeah, I don't think I would be stunned if they actually get all 4 guys that were listed on his list. I don't think it's going to. I don't think it's going to be all 4. I would Lazard and Cobb feel so likely just because one, Cobb is a perfect kind of wide receiver 5 replacement. Alan Lazard is exactly the kind of replacement you want for Corey Davis. He fills that role beautifully. He's a good blocker in the run game. They value guys like that in this offense. They do. I know people don't want to hear it with talking about wide receivers and how they block in the run game, but that matters in the West Coast offense, especially when you run a ton of wide zone concepts. I really hope we get Ben Jones and draft the OSU center. Okay. Yeah, I think Ben Jones is absolutely someone who would be on the table. And, that's probably going to be a 1-year deal, maybe $5 million, something around that. I don't think it's going to be crazy costly. I really don't. I CD part of the trade package, maybe. I just don't see what good he does there. He only has 1 more year left on the deal. He's a big cap hit at $10.5 million. Maybe you could restructure some of it, but I don't know. I don't love that one. You're all good. I'm just busting your chops. Good news, preacher. Thank you for hanging with us this afternoon. Matt with the Jameson and the Yeti. Classic. Cheers, brother. Yeah, it could be. It could be. We're just hydrating for now. To the bathroom. McAfee says Jets are not trading for Rodgers. If they did, it would have been official already. My opinion. Yeah. That's okay for you to think that. I'm not gonna be able to convince you otherwise. Yeah, I don't know what's the plan. Then is it going to be Lamar tomorrow? Is that your plan? Because yeah, I mean, Jimmy G is someone who's been a popular name. He's going to be gone. Is it a switch? He's already gone. Rather, is it a switch to Matthew Stafford? Is it a switch to who else could be had by trade? Tannehill, maybe. Oh, really? Okay, let's pull up Rosenblatt's tweet. Does good work for The Athletic. I like his stuff. Apparently, the Jets offered Jake Brendel more money than San Francisco, than the 49ers per sources, but he wanted to stay in San Fran. All right. What can you do? What are you going to do? Tyler Rose, he's a member of the channel. By the way, if you want to do that, you could hit the button down below. It says join. That's how you could become a member of the channel. He says, nervous about losing guys like Herbig, Feeney, McGovern. We need to look for some O-line depth. I do think O-line depth is something that's going to come into play. I would have liked to bring back Herbig, but at that cost, that's borderline starter money. Feeney, I've never really been a big fan of Feeney on the field. I think off the field he's awesome, but I don't know. He doesn't do much for me. And with McGovern, I mean, he's absolutely still on the table. Yeah, I'm with Jesse. This is a great call out. Rodgers has publicly said Mercedes Lewis is one of his favorite teammates in his career. Great locker room guy. Won't cost much. Bring him in. Yeah, it's I'm not going to get bent out of shape over tight end 4 on a veteran minimum deal. to make Aaron Rodgers happy. Same thing with Randall Cobb. Randall, what's he going to cost? $2 million, maybe at the most. Beyond that, the only guy on that list that I think you could draw like a possible negative conclusion from is Odell because of what the price point could be. And there's the off the field stuff. He's he's a lightning rod player. Like I said earlier, people either love him or hate him. But with the multiple injuries in the last 3 years, it scares me going in and saying we're going to give this guy $20 million a year. I don't think that would be the wise decision, but what do we know? Champagne is not on ice. I don't want to keep carrying, although I have I brought my whiskey ice tray up here and I thought I knocked all the cubes out, but I only knocked, there's 1 or 2 left. So I have water sitting in my ice tray over here. Herbig went to Pittsburgh. Yeah, it's a good call out, Gangrene. I agree about Davis. The Packers tried trading for him at the deadline last year. That's the connection, right? Is that they showed interest in the past. Now that interest was when they had Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. So I don't know if that changes things, but you could also argue maybe they want another weapon, a veteran to go with some of their younger guys for Jordan Love. Maybe you could spin it that way. Look, that's not the craziest thing that we've heard. So maybe he is. I don't agree with the ones who think that Elijah Moore is going to be in this trade for Aaron Rodgers. I don't see that at all. I really don't. Green Bean going to be so sad when Yeboah gets cut for Lewis. Yeah, Yeboah's going to be stuck on the practice squad, I think. Lazard and Cobb over CD and Berrios. Yeah, I tend to agree with that one. I think that unfortunately Berrios really took a step back last year. He didn't really give you a whole lot in the receiving game, and Corey Davis can't stay on the field. He can't stay healthy. Lazard and Cobb, at least Lazard, can stay on the field a little bit more. He's a comparable player. Cobb's the veteran that, Rodgers is comfortable with. He's not going to give you 1,000 yards, but can he have a couple, 2 catches a game? Something like that, maybe. Yeah, I think that's probably fair. Zach, that's okay. You're excused. You are excused for your tardiness. That is quite okay. Rican, what's up, man? He says, my birthday is this Friday. I hope I can get my wish come true that Roger will be with the New York Jets. Yeah, I hope so. I don't want this thing going to... Wait, hold on. Your birthday's on St. Patrick's Day? You're one of us. You are an honorary Irish person if you are not Irish. I'm assuming, just based on the name, I'm assuming you're Puerto Rican, as Rican125. But on the 17th, on your birthday, you're going to also be honorary Irish. I am leaving. I've said this before, but I'm going this weekend. I'm going up to Boston. So I want this to get done. I don't want to be driving on the road Thursday, worrying for 3 hours about Aaron Rodgers and if it's coming through. I want it to be wrapped up already. Okay, we got I'm seeing a show, Zach Rosenblatt's new tweet. Let's bring that up. He says, what I'm hearing on Aaron Rodgers' Jets, strong feeling still is that he will be a Jet. It is not done yet. Still working through some things, not finalized, and Green Bay still needs official word from Rodgers. Some Jets players have been frustrated about the process dragging it out. All of those things seem completely fair. It seems completely fair. Both sides of it. I understand it's a big decision for Aaron Rodgers. You're into free agency now. This is day 2. I know officially it doesn't start until tomorrow, but it's day 2 of free agency. I could understand why some players are rubbed the wrong way about it. I get it. I agree too with the first part. It's not done yet, but I think it is going to happen. I really do. Yeah. Trey Wingo, good call out. I don't know if that was actually true or not, because the money that was said there was the same money that the other Connor McGovern got. I think Boy Green retweeted. I did initially have a retweet of it, but I deleted it because I thought that it could have been a mistake from the original person who posted it. So I'm gonna go back and see if I could find the tweet that says the other Connor McGovern to the Detroit Lions. I don't see it anymore. I honestly, that tweet might be gone now. I think that was a mistake. Ever Miranda says, I would love the new idea of Lazard. I would love the idea of Lazard. I think he's gonna be a good player with the Jets. Assuming they get him, I really do. It's a good retweet that Zach has. They won't be frustrated when they see him throw a football. 1000%. 1000%. Did you see that Rodgers contract leak? No, I did not. DJ retweet? Oh boy, we're getting more. We're starting to heat up already. I know I'm a couple minutes behind on the chat, so I gotta catch up here. There's a lot going on. I'm trying to get to. Okay. He says, oh, here we go. Our wide receivers already like that. Oof. Oh boy. Here we go. Gotta love it. Day number 2. DJ Reed chimes off. He shares his take. Who the hell knows what's going on anymore? Was it 4 years, 20 million for Brendel? So that's $5 million a year. That's really not that. Connor McGovern might not get that much money. Connor McGovern might be looking at $5 million a year. I thought he would be due a raised hand up. I would be probably wrong about that based on everything that we're seeing out there now. So that's 5 for him, 5.25 for Garrett Bradbury. What do you think? 5-6 million for Connor McGovern to come back? Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Boston, the weekend in Boston. I'm seeing so ever since the first time I saw the Dropkick Murphys, I was a freshman in college, so March of 2014. And me and my 2 friends who I went with, we were all freshmen in college at the same time. And we're like, we got to get to Boston and see them live on St. Patrick's Day. And now, almost 10 years later, we're finally getting that to happen. Plus, my favorite band of all time, the Turnpike Troubadours, are opening. So it's a collab. It's like because they do a song, they do a cover together. So we're getting a best of both worlds. My country fandom, my Irish Celtic punk fandom meshing together. It's going to be so much fun. Can we please stop making Connor McGoverns? There's too many. There's 2. It's the confusion. That's why. Tyler Rose says it was a typo on the hashtag at the start. It was supposed to be Bills. There we go. Okay. So that's what we thought. It was the other Connor McGovern, the guard Connor McGovern. All right. So yeah, I was confused by it as well. I don't think Lazard is bad. I mean, I'm not saying he's a wide receiver 1, but he's probably going to be your 3rd option on this team. He's going to be what Corey Davis is going to be, but he'll play more than 9 games this season. He'd be a 3rd option as a wide receiver. I think he's fine in that role. Bring in Donald Driver. Oh God. Is that true? Jeff Wilson's going back to the Dolphins? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Pop it up. Jeff Wilson is re-signing with the Dolphins on a 2-year deal that is worth a max value of $8.2 million in one day. Dolphins keep both. Wilson. Whoa, okay. This is a pretty big Giants trade. A New York Giants trade. I know. I'm sorry that I reacted that way, but the New York Giants are trading for Waller. Wow. I gotta text my buddy who's a Giants fan. He's gonna freak out. Good for them. A nice addition for Daniel Jones. Big blockbuster. I wonder what the compensation is going to be for Darren Waller. They really didn't. With the step that Daniel Jones took last year, he did it with not a lot to throw to. So good for them. I know. I'm so excited for it. You're about to have the most Irish St. Patrick's Day ever. I'll tweet out a picture of me on St. Patrick's Day in a pub with some Jameson. It's gonna be great. A huge Turnpike fan. I do. I'm not like I wouldn't classify myself as like their biggest fan. I have seen them in concert before. They opened for man, who did I see them open for? It was at Jones Beach. Might have been either Willie Nelson or Leonard Skinnard, something like that. But I have seen the Avett brothers before. They're solid. I wouldn't classify myself as like a huge fan of theirs, but I can appreciate their music. Yeah, that's a big one. Waller to the Giants is a pretty big one. Good for them. I mean, if he's healthy, what did he end up doing last year, stats wise? Oh, we got the compensation. Hang on. Let's go back. Let's pull up the compensation for the Darren Waller. Wow, it's really not that much. Good for them. So, trade compensation, Giants are sending a third round pick number 100 to Vegas for Darren Waller. All right. And he played only 9 games last year, so that's why, and 11 the year before. So, I mean, that's definitely part of the reason. But again, when he's on the field, good player, doesn't cost you a whole lot. You have the cap space to make it work. Had over 1,100 yards when healthy. 60.5, 40. Even if he gives you, 15 games, 800 receiving yards, that'd be pretty nice. Now, I guess what's his contract? Get back to the Jet stuff. But this is the big free agency news right now, and it is a free agency stream. Let's no, I want over the cap. Sorry. Now his cap, this is his cap number, but his base salary. All right, so his base, so about $11 million. It has some money on it, but he doesn't have any guaranteed salary beyond this year. So if you cut him, you can get right out of it. Look at that. Yeah, I think that's a good move from Joe Shane. But I know I'm going to be honest. I think Joe Shane and Brian Dable are a really nice duo for the Giants, honestly. Garrett green and white says, Matt, I just got off work. Nice to see you wearing former Jet receiver Elijah Moore. So you think he's traded? You think he's traded? You think he's gone? Ooh, okay. So this is interesting from Ian Rappaport. Hang on, share this tab. In short, the Giants traded. They used the pick they got for Kadarius Toney. So Kadarius Toney for Darren Waller. I think they sign up for that every time. Check your mentions for the contract. Okay. I will do that. I will do that. Let's see. So there's a filter on it, so sometimes it doesn't come through. But here, I'm doing it another way. Doing it another way. Oh God. That's great. Okay, hang on. I gotta send it from my phone to my computer, and then it'll be on. Send via direct message to Matt O'Leary NY. Please hold. I know this is a little bit of an ass backwards way, but we're gonna get it up. This is the easiest way to get it up on the screen. Here we go. Here is the Aaron Rodgers contract. Ready for this? Aaron Rodgers to the Jets for 2 years, 110 million guaranteed, 2 Super Bowls, 1 MVP, Hall of Fame. Sign me up. Figure it out. Find a way to make it work. That's great. Oh, he deleted that. Oh, God. DJ Reed deleted that tweet real quick. Let's go back and see DJ. Yep. It's already gone. What was that up for? 5 minutes? If that, maybe not. Brian Bogan, what's going on, dude? He is a member of the channel. Reminder, if you want to do so, you can sound off below, hit the join button. Curious how much, if Jones' success was stable, Josh Allen has taken a step back since he left. Yeah, I don't. That's why I didn't think it made sense for Daniel Jones to try to go anywhere else. I think his most likely path to success is there with Dable. Nothing. I think he sticks. I think Jeremy Ruckert would stick. I don't think that has any impact there. He's cheap, and he's a good blocker. Yeah, that's what Lofu says. Rucker not going anywhere, cheap, and like his blocking. Amen. Yeah, so Angel says OBJ if cheap would be okay, and then Alan follows it up with what are oh no, sorry, I wanted the one right under that. And then I'll go back to Alan. I apologize. OBJ wants 20 million. He's not coming. Not at that price. On a cheap deal, a little bit different, but not at that price. What are the options at tackle if we do sign all these players Rodgers wants? I would say pick 13 then. I don't think you're going to be able to land a starting caliber offensive tackle in free agency unless you're throwing in Orlando Brown, but that's going to be an expensive contract. Pro Football Focus, they have a free agency big board and they do like contract projections on it. So I'm going to pull that up and we'll see what his projected contract is. I'm going to minimize you for a second. Okay. So his projected contract is 5 years, $21 million on average per year. You're not going to be able, there's no way you're going to be able to swing that. Juwan Taylor got 20. McGlinchey, who's really, I don't think really that good, got 5 years at 17.5 million AAV. Caleb McGarry, is he going to get a deal? Isaiah Wynn was good, but kind of stunk last year. So would he bounce back? Taylor Lewan on a 1-year deal, but he's kind of been hurt. I say pick 13. Thomas says just put AVT at tackle. You could do that. First sources, Jets are currently deep in discussions with the 2 big-time weapons, Jermichael Finley and wide receiver Donald Driver. Yep. I said, is Greg Jennings coming back? that was my tweet. Is Greg Jennings on his way? Too funny. I want to see if there's anything new going on. Oh, wow. Okay. Josh Jacobs did not like that Darren Waller got dealt. Oh, wrong tab. Hang on. Shit said for real. He's going to be playing there with nobody. Green and White says, I don't care at this point. Give the dinosaurs people and let's play. I know. I just want this to be over. It's been way too long of this stuff, man. Yeah, Ben Jones is available, Vinny. I think that would be a really good fit for the Jets. I want to see if they have a projected contract for him. Let's see. No, because he's not listed as I would think it would be a cheap deal. I really do. Ben Jones is signed. Ben Jones is off. Did he? Did that just happen? I don't think Did I miss that? I'd be upset if I missed that. No, I don't think so. I don't think. I think he's still there. Awesome content, brother. Thank you. Much appreciated. I love the picture and the name. I want to believe that it's actually Jeremy Rucker. That'd be phenomenal, but highly unlikely. I think he's training right now out of state. I follow him and his girlfriend's actually on TikTok. They do good videos. She kind of does like takes you behind the scenes on this stuff. You could. What's wrong with McGovern at a pay cut? You absolutely could do that. I don't see why you can't. Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I don't see why you can't bring him back. I think you absolutely could. Trying to see if there's anything new going on Twitter right now. Not really. Except for Mekhi Becton wishes Jeff Smith well. He says, I'm going to miss you, bro. You know, we locked in for life. Yeah. Are you mad at Rodgers at all? I think everyone is overreacting. It's a wish list, not demands. I agree. I don't think he is demanding all these guys. I think these are, again, he wanted to give input. I think it would make sense to bring in some of them. Not all. I'm not on board with bringing all of those guys in. I'm a little frustrated with how long this is taking. No, not yet. We haven't really seen anything yet. The only big thing was the list of guys that he's given the Jets, which is Cobb, Lazard, Mercedes Lewis, Odell Beckham Jr. So basically, you and Ruck are best friends. That's what I want to believe, at least. We're both a couple of Long Island kids doing our thing. Nice kid. When I got to meet him in Farmingdale at a signing at the main event, and his dad was nice enough to come on my stream with Richie. It was awesome. And Pat McAfee replaced Brain Man. I think he would do a better job than Brain Man. But if you want to be if we want to be serious about punters, about who I would potentially bring in as a punter replacement for Brain Man, unless did JK get signed? JK Scott? He led the league in hang time. He's a punter for the Chargers. If he's still available, that's who I'd bring in. Brian says, no such thing as the jet tax this year. That's true. You're not going to have to overpay people to come here. Although I guess technically maybe you tried to do it with Brendel, but he wanted to stay with San Fran. So can't say I blame him for that. No, that was a mistake tweet. The other McGovern signed with the Bills. There was a bad report that our McGovern signed with Detroit, but it was a mistake. Is Lazard to the Jets going to get done, you think? I do. I think that's honestly, I think that is the most likely one because that was done. That was first. That was that to me. That one was obviously the first. That was the name that came up a little bit yesterday, and now today it was reported that they were pretty much exclusively the Jets talking to him right now. Are edibles legal in New York yet? Maybe take one and chill. This is Aaron Rodgers. Fair. Totally fair. I don't know. I'm going to assume yes, but. Yo, what happened to Marquette King? He was a good punter and then just like disappeared off the face of the earth. The Raiders decided to caught him, but I liked Marquette King. Good call out. He led the league in yards per attempt in 2013 and then in yards in 2014. I thought he was good, but he only punted 4 games in 2018 and then wasn't in the league ever again. Sean says Mercedes Lewis makes no sense. It's a fourth tight end. I'm not going to get bent out of shape over what they decide to do there. And it's someone that Rodgers adores and could probably help the guys in the rest of the room. Is he? Marquette King's in the XFL? Good for him. Thomas says, punter doesn't matter. We're scoring on every drive. Yes. I love that energy. I absolutely love it. That's what we need to think right there. How come Jets weren't in on Darren Waller last season? I don't know. Was he available last season? I'm not sure he was available last season. Did I miss thoughts on Rodgers' request for OBJ? Yeah, I could do that. I could do that again. I don't love Odell Beckham Jr. at $20 million a year if that's really what he's asking for. I think, it'd be different if it was a 1-year flyer at maybe $5 million, but I don't think that's what it's going to end up being. He had two ACL injuries in the last 3 years. He does have some off-field stuff. He's a lightning rod player. When he's healthy, you can't deny his talent, but his antics can grow tiresome at times. And I'm not saying that's the only factor in it. It's not. But for what would he be? The third or fourth wide receiver on the team? You're going to give him that kind of money? I don't know. I don't love the idea. Is it me or a lot of teams going into rebuild mode? Well, yeah, it kind of you're either going for it or you're tanking. It feels like there's no in between. If you're in between, that's kind of like the worst spot you can be in the league. You don't want to be stuck in no man's land. Phil, yeah, that's different. See, if you want to pay as you play for Odell, that's a completely different story. But if you're going to continue to go out there and unfortunately just not be able to do it, then I would say no, thank you. I do remember that when OBJ kicked the flag, giving us a free win against the Giants. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Yes, I think Jamal Williams is a good fit. I don't think he's going to be crazy costly. He's very familiar with Nathaniel Hackett. Knows Aaron Rodgers, obviously, from their time in Green Bay, and he gets in the end zone. What do you have, 17 touchdowns last year? I wouldn't expect him to repeat that, but again, I think he's solid. He had over 1,000 yards and 17 touchdowns. He had 3 the year prior, but I always thought he was a good runner. His last 2 years in Green Bay, 4.3 yards per attempt, 4.2 yards per attempt, was utilized as a receiver out of the backfield. I like him. I think he would be a good add if you can get him on the cheap. Give OBJ any incentives in his contract, and none of them would count against the 23 cap. Fair. Aaron S., do you think we sign at least 2 of the 4 today? I don't know. Lazard, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, but I think Lazard is the one who would make the most sense and has been linked to the Jets for the longest of this group. I would think there. It's not like these guys outside of Lazard. What do you think he gets? 10 million maybe a year, 11. Where Randall Cobb and Mercedes Lewis are going to be veteran minimum deals. So that's not really like day 2 free agency things usually. Mekhi Becton reacts to the Nate Herbig news. Hang on, let me hit the tab. Not my dog, Nate. No, he's upset. Nate Herbig was I like him in a depth role. I would have been good with bringing him back as a backup. But sorry I was peeking my head up, but I'm watching NFL Network with no sound, and there's a breaking news tab on the bottom. And I was like, oh, I wonder what this is going to be. And it's the Giants trade. Like, oh, well, thanks. That was breaking news 10 minutes ago. That's an eternity. I thought it was going to be something new. Scoob says, what positions do you think we address in the draft? I'm thinking OT, safety, linebacker, maybe IDL or OL depth. Sounds like wide receiver and OC will both hopefully be addressed in free agency. Yeah, I think that's completely fair. Offensive tackle is very hard to find in free agency because you're going to have to pay a crap ton of money to get that to work. You're going to have to pay over $20 million a year. Safety is I would like to add a free safety, to be honest with you. I think Chuck Clark is best suited as a strong safety over a free safety. And Jordan Whitehead is your strong safety right now, but you can cut him and save $7.25 million, which I think to me that makes more sense than keeping him around on the roster. Wide receiver looks like you're going to fill up with veterans, and you could definitely use interior defensive linemen. I would look to bring back Sheldon Rankins also. Keep an eye on him. Hope we get one today. One of those guys. Me too. I hope we get something today. Do you think Rodgers is waiting for us to sign Lazard until he gives the Packers the okay? Maybe he's waiting to see if they do, but I feel like it's a game of chicken because, like, well, am I going to sign here if Rodgers isn't going to officially come? Like, Rodgers has got to come first, then I'll sign. And then Rodgers is like, well, you got to sign some of these guys before I come. And like, well, damn, now what? Aaron asks, what do you think the plans are at O-line? My guess, I would think the Jets are either going to bring back McGovern or sign Ben Jones, who was with Tennessee, again, making that Todd Downing and Tennessee connection. Lakin left tackle. Then you're going to have at right, Lakin left guard, really. Did I say left tackle? Left guard for Lakin. Right guard, I'm going to say AVT. Then I don't know. Does Dwayne Brown start? And maybe a rookie on the right side, or maybe it's the rookie starting and Mekhi Becton starting at the right tackle if he's healthy. I definitely think they take an offensive tackle at 13. And I think he plays. And then one of Brown, Becton, or Mitchell will play at the other tackle spot, whether it's left or right tackle. I'm confident we pursue Lazard, Ben Jones. Both of those guys make sense. Connections to the offensive line coach rather, and the offensive coordinator for Lazard. Scott says NFL Network has been at least 10 minutes behind on all info last 2 days. ESPN has been first to report. Yeah, right now ESPN was showing, unless maybe it's on 35, but ESPN was showing it was like a March Madness thing. Or this just in is on Sports Center's on ESPN too. So I guess maybe I'll keep the Sports Center on. I guess we'll do that. I guess that'll stay on for now. Someone tweeted, can Aaron Rodgers request a new stadium to be built, please? Yeah, move the team back to Queens. How about that? Oh, good question. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is still on the market. That is true. My fear is that players Rodgers requested have more leverage now and will have to be paid more than if he wants to play somewhere else. I don't agree. How do we not go if they're both Bengals safety? Well, did you see the money that Jesse Bates got? It was over $16 million a year. I don't know if they were going to end up paying that. I like the guy, but I don't know if they were going to pay a safety that much money. I do like Osiris Torrance. That would be, if you're drafting him, I'm assuming you're going to have AVT play tackle at that point. My preference is AVT playing guard, but you could do that. Let's pop the headphones off. They've been bothering my ears the last couple of days. Dave the Dude says Brown will have to start and Becton will be at right tackle. That was the other Connor McGovern. There's two. That was the Dallas Cowboys Connor McGovern who signed with the Bills. Not ours. Oh, shoot. Here we go. Luke Weipler went to my high school. Good kid. Hopefully he's there in the second or third round and we scoop him. Yeah, I like him. I think he would be worthwhile. Worthwhile to add. Local product. Makes a ton of sense. Put 36 on. All right, we'll go to ESPN. We'll go back up to ESPN. Again, I think it's this just in. I don't know what this just in is. I'm seeing a lot of tournament stuff. I have no interest in the AA tournament right now. Vinster says Jordan Battle. That Jordan Battle would be a nice fit. Bingo says, my brother just called me from New York. He said everyone at his job is all pumped up about Rodgers. Hell yeah. We're waiting on the edge of our seat. We have been for literally 24 hours. It was 2:52 p.m. We got the tweet from Trey Wingo. It's been 24 hours since the original Trey Wingo tweet. Pop that up. Why not? We can pull that up on the screen right now. Come on. Got to roll this back. Yeah, 2:52, March 13th. Hearing Rodgers to the Jets is done. History about to repeat itself between for New York and Green Bay. Time is indeed a flat circle. He has not taken the tweet down. It is now 24 hours and 3 minutes old. Honestly, good question, Ryder, but I haven't heard anything new about Max Mitchell. Obviously, wishing him the best because that's scary stuff. Jets chaos. Thank you. Love the alternate camera angle, Matt. Look at us. We can flip flop between two cameras. We're having fun on here. Glad Jeremy's hanging with us. Emmanuel Mosley to the Lions. Okay, let's pop him up. According to Adam Schefter, 49ers cornerback Emmanuel Mosley reached an agreement with the Lions today. 1 year, $6 million per source. The deal was confirmed and negotiated by Drew Rosenhaus and Robert Bailey. Yeah, that one makes a ton of sense. That one absolutely makes a ton of sense. Oh, yeah? Okay. He doubled down on it. I get this was the one from 2 hours ago, but this is absolutely true. However, there's no equivalent tweet to explain a 2023 pursuit of Randall Cobb. There can only be one reason for that. That was kind of one of it. That was one of them. Was there anything else that he popped on and said? I don't believe he has, but no, that was it. Which again makes sense. A-Rod wants to strut into the building like Vince McMahon. Yeah, he's gonna come in with that strut. Marcos, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for the super sticker. For some reason, StreamYard doesn't let it pop on the screen, but I appreciate you sending in your sticker. Hanging out with us. Yeah, Rob V, they're going to be good. He says the Lions are going to be a sleeper team for a deep playoff run. I mean, you got to think they're in the mix in the NFC North, right? Would Lamar Jackson be worth the reported 133 million over 3 years? I think yes, but let's see. Yeah, I would say yeah. I think that's fair. I definitely think that's fair. Now, I don't anticipate, and who knows, maybe that changes tomorrow because teams can't talk to Lamar Jackson until tomorrow at 4:00. But as of now, haven't really seen anything like that. Yeah, let's get those likes up. Why not? Takes a couple seconds now. I think it's more than 13, but drop a like on the video. I see it has up over 108 likes on the video. What's the backup plan for Rodgers at this point? Here, rumor Stafford was on the block a few days ago. I don't know how they could possibly trade the Stafford contract. If we go back to, it's a ton of dead money for them. A ton of dead money. Just going to minimize that. We'll share this tab. Bada bing. All right. If you were to trade him, it would be $74 million in dead money, 54 million in the red. Next year, 55 in dead money and $6 million in the red. I would be highly surprised if they decided to move him. Dave the Dude says the Raiders look like sellers. Send them Elijah next year's #1 for Devontae. Then they can scrap the OBJ idea. LOL. That's not a bad idea. What would it take for that? Let's see. Devontae Adams. What's his? He's 31. So he's older, unfortunately. If they were to trade him, they would be 16 in the red. 31 million dead cap hit, 23.5 dead cap hit. So that's going to be a tough one to move, unfortunately. What's the first day of the season? I don't know. I don't know anymore. I definitely don't know anymore. We need to bring back Frank Gore. Oh, God. Frank Gore. Woof. That's gross. I'm all set with Frank Gore. Remember that 2020 season? They said there's no way Frank Gore is going to end up taking away carries from Le'Veon Bell. Well, Matt, has the Rodgers list calmed you down? I mean, it's not that I wasn't calm. I just want the official word. We're just waiting on it's the stress of just waiting. I think he's coming. I do think he's coming, but it's just give us the official report, please. We can't celebrate. We can't go out and do the damn thing unless it's official word. Okay, so quick recap here for Sean. The biggest thing that we know today is that Alan Lazard. We could start there. Alan Lazard and the Jets seem to be working towards a deal. Nothing official there, but switch to this tab. Aaron Rodgers supposedly has provided the Jets with a wish list of free agents in Randall Cobb, Lazard, Lewis, and Odell. Wish list does not necessarily mean that they are must sign guys. He wanted some input with the New York Jets, and what they would be looking to do in free agency. Now, none of these guys have signed yet. Really, the only Lazard is really the only one who's like a bigger name guy. Actually, Odell is too technically, but when you look at Cobb and Mercedes Lewis, those are not. They're going to be like veteran minimum guys on 1-year deals. So, not really a whole lot cooking there. And Odell's the tricky one. People love him. Some other people hate him, but it is what it is. Let's see what we got going on in the tweet. Fabiano tweet. Okay, let's see. Bring him up. Why not? I don't know who is Michael Fabiano. He's a fantasy analyst for Sports Illustrated. He says, if I'm the Jets, I would sign Lazard, Cobb, and OBJ to make Rodgers happy when the team already has. Oh, why would I? When the team already has better, younger receivers, Lazard might be okay, wide receiver 2 behind Garrett Wilson, then try and develop it. Elijah Moore. Can OBJ be the same wide out? I don't know, man. Yeah, I mean, I don't think. Again, I don't think all 3 of those guys are necessarily coming unless you did decide to move on from Davis and Denzel Mims, and then maybe literally your wide receivers are Lazard, Cobb, OBJ, Elijah Moore, and Garrett Wilson. Maybe it is. I would be surprised, but you could do it that way. I think 2 of the 3. The 2 that are most likely, in my personal opinion, are Lazard and Cobb. Maybe OBJ joins, but I would say 2 of the 3. I do. AJ says, do you think they fleeced the Raiders? I do. They gave up the 100th pick in the NFL draft for a guy who, when healthy, is a Pro Bowler. This is true. Super Leroy says Lazard has shown improvement every year. That's true. Great blocker. Good red zone guy. Odell replied with an eyeball emoji when someone asked him about going to the Jets. All right, do we got to pull that up? Because you did have the Odell tweet earlier. Or I guess it was the picture from Sauce. That was to Snacks Harrison. That wasn't just to any old somebody. Yo, OBJ to the Jets, says Snacks. Maybe it's not Snacks Harrison. And then he says this. So who knows? Maybe he will. But I think it's just people messing around. Cobb will be the new Frank Gore. Doubtful. I say doubtful. Yeah, isn't that wild? Kadarius Toney for Darren Waller straight up is pretty insane. This is true. If Odell wasn't on that list, I don't think anyone would be complaining about it. But maybe not, because people haven't liked the Cobb and the Mercedes Lewis ones. Yeah, right now Deanna Rossini's on ESPN talking about her tweet with the list. I'm gonna put my closed captions back on. That was a good idea. Someone had said that yesterday. The asking price they're talking about is a little high. $15 to $20 million is the asking price for Odell. Pass. If that's what it is, pass. Hard. I'm out on that. Brian says, so weird to me that we are we're considered cool when 2 years ago we were hot garbage. How do people not trust JD? I trust them. It's time to start stacking the wins. It's time to get some wins in here, man. That's Dave bringing up Bill Parcells. He didn't like the green helmet because it was difficult for the quarterback to see. I do like those white helmets better. I do agree with that. AJ says more in a late pick for Hopkins and we can sign OBJ. That's two old wide receivers. I would say no. Same, man. He says, I don't want more to be traded. Look what jersey I'm wearing. I'm the same one that's in your profile picture. I like him. I think he bounces back. I think he could have a solid season. I'm not saying a 1,000-yard guy. Maybe he is, but can he give you 700 yards and a few touchdowns from the slot? I think so. Cyrus says I wouldn't give OBJ $10 million. No, if it was a 1-year, $5 million deal, that's completely different. But that's not what this is going to be. I love the graphic on ESPN. Aaron Rodgers won't be long before a decision on his future. That's been the freaking thing for a week, if not longer. Do you see G-Dub's IG post? No. All right, let's see. I'm not logged in on desktop here, so I guess I'm gonna have to look on my own feed. Is it a story or is it an actual post? Let's see. I'm gonna guess a story. Mike, is it the Mike White dog? That's it. Vince there, LOL. Gentlemen, give him a horny bonk. Story on his burner. Gangrene Central. All right, let's see Gangrene Central. On IG, I'm assuming. Jets wide receiver voices his disapproval with recent reports of the Jets targeting ex-Packers receivers. The story was posted and deleted within seconds on his Finsta. Oh, God. He has a Finsta? I guess he's Gen Z. That makes sense. OBJ Common. I assume he means Common. He says COMON. The rest? Haha. All right. Whatever. Brian Bogan says, you okay with signing AR if he only wants to wear all green unis, or is that a deal breaker? That is absolutely a deal breaker. I would rather trot out Joe Namath in his current state at quarterback than wear those monstrosities every week. The pickles. I hate it. It's on his burner account. I can't believe it's a burner account. Bonk. Bonk, go to horny jail. You got to get this. Hang on. This is for you. Vince there. Can we make this full screen? Oh, no. Hang on. This is for you. Bonk. His Finsta is TTWFO. Good to know. Is it public? Or TTWFO? Or am I going to need to make some burner account to have? Oh, no. Can someone this is going to sound really stupid. Can someone explain to me what the purpose of having a Finsta is? Why not just post it on on your Instagram? You got to have 2 Instagram accounts? I don't get it. Read my comment. What did you say, Jordan? Hang on. Get your panties out of a bunch. What did you say? Oh, how many of the guys on Rodgers' wish list would you sign? You must not have been in here for very long. I would say that the first 3. I don't think you're getting all 4, but I would think Lazard and Cobb. Lazard is the one that they've been targeting, who's probably going to be a $10 million player. Then the other two, like Cobb, vet minimum, Mercedes Lewis, vet minimum, and Odell, I would say no, because he's looking to $15 to $20 million in that range. That doesn't make any sense. It's a good secret Instagram stuff you don't want people to see. It's public. I just found it. It's public. It's not even private. Salvatore says he posts a lot more relaxed and personal stuff on Finsta. I don't really know why. Yeah, both though. Fair. If we if we had to wear the green uniforms all season and win a Super Bowl, would you do it? No, because I don't want my memory of the Jet Super Bowl to be in all green. I'm kidding. Of course, yes, I would do it. Right. Like, I don't know why it's public. He has a public Finsta account. It's weird. This is true, John. Then he tore his ACL for the second time in 3 years. So that's what scares me off there. The Eagles signed a running back. Oh, there we go. Sorry, that's for Vince. They're still up. Eagles have agreed to terms with Seahawks running back Rashad Penny. Rashad Penny is going that way. Good for him. Oh, we're talking about Garrett Wilson has a Finsta. This is good. NFL, Jeremy Jets Chaos sent me this on Twitter. So I'm going to pop it up on the screen. Hang on. Jets pulling out all the stops, breaking Jets side tunnel driver. That made me laugh. I did not. He says, I know you and I stopped watching One Jets Drive on the same episode. Did you ever pick it up? No, I didn't. Now, it's very well produced, and I've seen clips because people like Boy Green and others are able to clip it and post them out. But there's just so much content to consume. I don't have time for all of it, unfortunately. Does it say how much money Rashad Penny is getting? No. High upside guy. So is he going to back up, or is it going to be a 1-2 punch with him and Miles Sanders? Is Miles Sanders a free agent? Someone in the chat will let me know, but let's pull up Rashad Penny's numbers just while we wait. Pop that up. Share this tab instead. He doesn't play a lot. That's his problem. Played 5 games and 10 games. And 3 games. And 10 games. 14 games in his rookie year was the most that he's ever played. He doesn't really play a lot. When he's healthy, he's good, but has not been healthy. I can't believe he was a first-round pick in 2018. That's crazy. Garrett's got it, baby. Garrett's got the Finsta. What if OBJ was the A-Rod deal breaker? Well, that would be pretty unfortunate because they've never played together. I guess you got to find a way to do it. It wouldn't be my preferred plan, but that you got to find a way to do it. These are, Dino, good question. Just got in. Please fill me in. Odell, that a requirement or a wish? It's a wish. All the guys listed are a wish list, not necessarily requirements. I don't know what that means, but that is what we have, according to Diana Rossini. Brian with another super chat. Thank you so much. Says JD is pissed someone leaked the driver news. Yeah, he runs a tight ship up there. What the heck's going on? What is this? Someone leaking out that he was signing Donald Driver? All right, we got the clip from Boy Green. I guess we could pop that on. Let's do that because it's been a little quiet. So let's pop up the video from Boy Green. Please hold. Okay.
Go back to when Aaron Rodgers was wondering whether or not he'd go back to Green Bay a couple of years ago. One of the conditions, the main condition that he wanted attached to his return was the return of Randall Cobb. And that was exactly what the Packers made happen. Well, as the Jets continue to discuss Aaron Rodgers for this upcoming season, they have targeted a number of players that would appeal to Aaron Rodgers, including Randall Cobb. Now, one of the players that they're trying to finalize a deal with is the Packers free agent wide receiver, Alan Lazard, who's been 5 seasons with Aaron Rodgers, teammate since 2018. They're working to reach an agreement with him. There's one other team involved, but it certainly sounds like it'll be the Jets that ultimately land Alan Lazard, and that would obviously make the New York Jets franchise that much more attractive to Aaron Rodgers.
Keeping the band back together, and take a look at the connection between Aaron Rodgers and Alan Lazard last season. This, of course, the first year without Devontae Adams. Lazard led the team, meaning the Packers, in targets, receptions, and receiving yards. He's also regarded as one of, if not the very best blocking wide receiver in the NFL. But it's not just Alan Lazard and Randall Cobb that had receiving. Who else is on the wish list for Aaron Rodgers?
There is an Aaron Rodgers wish list.
Wasn't Christmas like 3 months ago?
And this isn't a must-do list. This is a list that he would like to see the Jets make a strong effort to try to land here, right? So,
okay, I think that's the most important thing that we could talk about. And then once again, you got to show a lot of respect to Diana Rossini on this one because she has been spot on with all of her reports, while Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport have really struggled. And as she said, it's not a demand, it's a wish list. So I don't think all of those guys are guaranteed to come, but they are at an absolute bare minimum going to check in with them. Okay, we can get you Garrett's Finsta. I just pulled it up. It is ttwf.o. And it's public. I was told a Finsta is where you post, where you don't want that many people to see, or you only want a select number of people to see. But my rebuttal to that is, why would you have a Finsta and then make it public? Interesting, right? Sneakers to boots. What's going on, man? It says, what is this crap? Rodgers now shelling out a list of demands. How much do we comply with? Yeah, I mean, luckily, it doesn't seem like it's demands. Now, if you want to get into the semantics of wish list versus demands, I get it. It's not the best, but what can you do? I don't think you're going to get all of them. There's 3 wide receivers on that list that are mentioned. Are they going to bring in 3 new wide receivers? No, maybe 2. Yeah. Ken, good point, says if it's just a wish list, why is it holding up the trade? I don't know if that's what actually is holding up the trade here. We're very much so in limbo. I don't know if really anybody knows. I don't know if anybody knows. Good point from Buffalo Jet fan here. So we want to pop that up on the screen. Hall of Fame quarterbacks get input on an offensive personnel. It just feels weird to be working on a wish list before a guy puts on a jersey. But I think the main reason this feels foreign to Jets fans is we haven't had quarterbacks worthy of having a say. This is a fact. This is facts. Sanders is a free agent. Good to know. Adam Schefter's a knucklehead. I like that. Got a new Ian Rappaport tweet. What is the new Ian Rappaport tweet? The Lions agreed to bring back defensive lineman John Kaminsky. All right, there we go. John Kaminsky coming back. JD Jets. Can you imagine watching competitive football every week? What if we blow some teams out? I'm going to cry. A blowout? On the right side of a blowout? Hanging a 40 spot consistently? Maybe not consistently. That's tough, but every once in a while? Jason from Over the Cap chimes in on the Aaron Rodgers situation, says, on the topic of Rodgers, I don't think I'd be really worried until tomorrow night. They can't make a trade official anyway until after 4 p.m., and you don't want to announce it only to have someone back out. So I think both sides can wait. Don't think it's impacting either team's plans. I guess so. Again, for very, very selfish reasons, for someone who's going to be having a 3-hour drive on Thursday and someone who wants to make content covering it, I want this to be over with. I need it to be done, please. Jeffrey says, we don't even know that the trade has been held up. It can't be finalized yet with the league anyway, and all sides may be in agreement already. We just don't know. Yeah, that's it. We have no clue. We have no idea. We don't have the slightest we don't have the slightest clue what is going on. Too many S's in there. It threw me off, I think. Harley wants CJ Gardner. CJ Gardner Johnson's a good one. I would be on board with that. We got a super chat. Let's go down to Christopher Long. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, Christopher, here on this lovely day 2 of free agency and day 9,038,000. Is my Giants fan friend bragging about Waller like I don't have higher priorities right now? Exactly. Some of us are fighting for our lives over here. I don't think they quite understand it. For about a week straight, anytime I've seen just about anyone, they've said, has it happened yet? Is it done yet? No. It hasn't, unfortunately. It has not been done yet. We are still fighting for our lives out here. Thanks, Chris. Chino Bambino. Jets getting Baker Mayfield. Chino Bambino, I hope that you like the bathroom.
Put him in the fucking bathroom. Get him out of here.
You're going, because that's where you're going right now. Send him there. Come on. StreamYard don't want to do it. So we'll do it on this. Here we go. Put the user in a timeout. We'll do it from YouTube. There we go. He gone. Who do you think made the biggest moves in free agency? So far, the Bears. They've been crazy active. Now, to be fair, they had a ton of cap space. They are going all in on their young quarterback. I like the moves for them. They had a couple linebackers in the trade down. They acquire a number 1 wide receiver. They've brought in a couple offensive linemen. They are trending in the right direction there in Chicago. I think they have had the most active offseason so far. Sorry, every time I get a notification on my phone, I look down out of pure just hope that it's going to be some news about Aaron Rodgers. It was signing Favre. I don't get that one. I don't know. Get that one. El Baño, put him in the bathroom, baby. I love the clip. Put him in the effing bathroom. LOL. Good stuff. Hang on. Let me get my headphones back on because I realize that I can't hear the clips when I play them. So it'd be better suited, even though they were bothering me. I'll put them back on. Alex Cross. We should have signed Carr. I get the frustrations. You don't got to tell me twice. I get the frustrations. I'm a lifelong Packers fan, says Ben. This is par for the course. I will say he's regressed, but with your defense, you don't need MVP Rodgers to be competitive. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of just the unfortunate part that we are all dealing with right now. We are waiting for this to come through. I think both sides are ready to move on. Like, Ben, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I'm sure you're ready to move on. The Jets need a good quarterback. They have a great defense. They have some weapons on offense. They're a team that has a window with young guys on this roster. It's time. It's time. Matt says, I'm from central New York. We're getting killed with snow. So not only am I plowing the driveway every 2 seconds, but no Rodgers news. Sad. Matt, you're not going to like this take, but I'm going to say it anyway because I am privileged from being from Long Island and from the more metro New York area, I guess. To me, anything above the Bronx is upstate New York. Anything that's above there is upstate. So central New York, I know that's for anyone who actually lives upstate. They say like, I don't know, something that's like 5 hours away is where upstate begins. But Syracuse is upstate to me. I just realized what the bathroom clip was. Good. We've been having fun with it the last couple days, so I figured we got to get the clip. Sergeant CVO says, no, Matt, I enjoy waiting in misery on someone who does not know or care about me. Yes, as you should. And you get to wait with me. It's the best. We're having the time of our lives on this stream. Every day for over a week. We're doing it, baby. Finger Lakes says, hey, Finger Lakes is upstate. Those Hudson Valley people don't count. There you go. I was hoping you weren't one of those people. No, yep. Westchester's upstate. Everybody is. Put me in the bathroom. You got to do something. I ain't putting you in the bathroom just for the fun of it. I like how upstate New York is 99% of New York. Correct. Correct. Duncan, what's going on, man? It's great to see you back on, Matt. I hope you're having a great day. I am, Duncan. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're hoping for some news. It's been quiet, but this is exactly what happened yesterday. We were about to hop off. We were on for about 3 hours. And we're like, all right, nothing's happened. And then bam, we were waiting for news. Nothing. It's like, come on, dude. Yeah, Melvin points out the Herbig loss, getting a 2-year deal. Yeah, he's probably I would think he's going to start with that money. There you go. Mike D's Life chimes in. He says, Albany, New York is upstate. I agree. Although Peter says Hudson Valley is not upstate. Everything above Hudson Valley is. New Colin Coward suggesting, here we go, the Jets should trade for Mac Jones. He said that on his nationally televised sports talk show today. No, he didn't. I don't want to live in a world where he really said this out loud. There's got to be someone on Twitter had to have said it. Oh my God, he did. We're gonna play the video. We're gonna play the video on the channel right now. Yes, he did.
Let me throw this at you. You're gonna laugh. The Jets call the Patriots and say, we'll take Mac Jones.
Oh.
Patriots, because they have a coach who's not going to get fired. Belichick goes to Robert Kraft and says, you want the next Brady? There's 2 of them in next year's draft. We tank. By the way, Jacoby Myers, backup. No, you think it's crazy?
No, well.
What coach could withstand 2-15? One guy in the league. I could absolutely.
How does he get paid to talk about sports every single day and come up with these absolutely insane takes? Idiot. Andy sends in a super chat. Thank you so much, Andy. Let's pop him up on the screen. Just got home from work. How do you feel about Rodgers' list? I don't think everyone on that list is going to end up here. I don't. I would be surprised if they get Odell, Lazard, Cobb, and Mercedes Lewis. My way too early guess is that Mercedes Lewis comes as tight end 4, Randall Cobb comes in as wide receiver 5, and Alan Lazard does sign. I think Alan Lazard is the one that's going to happen first also, by the way. Put him in the toilet. Colin to the bathroom. There you go.
Put him in the fucking bathroom. Get him out of here.
He gone. Jolt says, who knew you could get paid to just speak into the void over stupid takes? It's crazy. Jets chaos. Colin is a horse-faced loser. You tell him, baby. You tell him. Falcons signed Taylor Heineke. Yep, that was yesterday. Duncan says, worry about the Jets locker room becoming Rodgers' clique and everyone else. Man. No, because they're veteran. All the guys are veteran guys. Lazard's the only young guy there that's under 30. Mercedes Lewis is 1 billion years old. He's got to be a good locker room guy to last that long in the NFL. Randall Cobb's kind of the same way. In a very small role, yes, I think he does. He is too good of a blocker not to have on the field. Genuinely. Sorless says, I think Cobb is waiting for AR. I totally agree there. I totally agree with you on that one. Random Jets fan says, what's the point of bringing in Lewis at 10 and 4? We can't just go get people because Rodgers wants them. It has to make sense. The sense is that if your wide receiver, focus. If your quarterback is asking for a tight end 4 that's going to make the veteran minimum, then who cares? What's the difference? Same with wide receiver 5. If it's someone that he has a rapport with and is going to make him more comfortable, who cares? I don't get that take. Yeah, the Odell tweet, we'll pop that back up. Replying with the eyeball emoji. A classic. Billy says, yo, OBJ to the Jets. And he says the eyes. What that means, who the hell knows? I might be taking a break from jerseys for a while, unless if he switches to number 8, then maybe I'll try to switch this Moore jersey to an Aaron Rodgers jersey. Or if he wins the Super Bowl, maybe I'll get an Aaron Rodgers jersey with the Super Bowl patch on it. Do you think Rodgers will mentor Zach? I mean, I think he could help him. That's not my biggest concern, unfortunately. That's not what Zach Wilson, what happens with Zach this year is not very high up on my list of concerns. I know that they get along well. I know that obviously we know that Zach looks up to Aaron Rodgers, but beyond that, we'll see what happens. Jet says, Rodgers just wants his brothers from past battles with him on this run. Understandable. Yeah, I mean, again, it's and in a minimal roles, too. Outside of Lazard. Lazard's going to get paid money. OBJ would get paid money. That's why I think you're only getting one of those two. And with the Jets' connection to Lazard, and they're the only ones talking to him, I think that's the one that makes the most sense. But am I going to get bent out of shape over bringing in Randall Cobb to take over for Braxton Berrios' role? Or, Kenny Yeboah getting replaced by Mercedes Lewis? I can't do it. I can't justify it. Getting a couple super chats in here. Thank you, guys. Moose City chimes in. OBJ and Sauce been hanging out on COD a lot. Okay. That I didn't know. That's good to know. I didn't know this. Can we put Coward in the bathroom? Yeah, put him in the bathroom.
Put him in the fucking bathroom. Get him out of here.
There he goes. We're going to have fun with this, I think, on the streams. We got to add more sound effects. Dino chimes in. Do the wish list and other behavior get you concerned at all? Do you think we're going to trade Elijah Moore? I really don't. I think Elijah Moore is going to be here. He's a young wide receiver. He didn't have a great season this past year, obviously, but I think he's worthwhile to keep around here. I genuinely do. And you could move on. If you moved on from Davis and Mims, then your wide receiver room technically could be OBJ, Moore, Garrett Wilson, Lazard, Cobb. In theory, you could do it like that. Paul sends in a super chat as well. Thank you for the support. What player besides Rodgers do you think could be involved from either the Packers or the Jets if trade does get done? The name that gets brought up a ton from the Jets side is Corey Davis, because supposedly they were interested in trading for Corey Davis at the deadline last year. I don't think any players are going to be involved, though. I think it'll be picks, a second this year, a conditional pick next year, and we go on our merry ways here. I don't think it's going to be something like that. I don't think it's going to be something more than that with players involved. I don't want to jinx looking at this kid while he's rolling my dice, throw him in the bathroom. Yeah. Yeah, was Frankie Coffee Cake or Paulie, what was it? Frankie Coffee Cake? No good. Put a towel over him. Where Barrios signing? I thought Miami would make sense to me. Also, the Rams. Or maybe, we know a guy who likes small, white slot receivers. We know who that is. You can think of one spot. No, not necessarily like, I'm not going to go into panic that Braxton Berrios is going back to the New England Patriots, but who knows? Matt Lamar says, I don't know why everyone freaking out about AR wanting to bring friends. No one said anything when Brady brought Gronk with him. Yeah, that's true. Good point. Valid. Hunter says, Matt, will you be concerned if we don't get this done by next week? Also, Lazard not finalized yet. Yeah, I would be very concerned. I'm starting to get, again, I think it is going to happen, but like I've been saying that for days and days and days now. Come on, we got to be able to figure this out by now, guys. The Jets need to give Rodgers a list. All it says, 2 years. Mercedes Lewis is 38. No thanks. Like he's the starting tight end. We got to be very concerned about his age and his impact. We've been mushed. Ronald Perry, the moment they drafted Ruckert, I knew it was a bust. Ronald, we don't take any kind of disrespect from Jeremy Ruckert like that. Enjoy your 5 minutes in the bathroom.
Put him in the fucking bathroom. Get him out of here.
See you later, Ronald. Listen, if we don't want Rodgers, I want Iguodala. an all-time clip. An absolutely all-time clip. Thoughts on Shelby Harris? Just got released by Seattle. All right, let's pull up some of Shelby Harris's numbers. A defensive lineman there. I want to pull up where his snap alignment. He's 31 and a half years old, so he's going to be 32. Share this tab. All right, here we go. I'm going to minimize you so we can see the full screen here. He played last year in Seattle after spending a ton of time in Denver. His best years were in 2018 and 2020. Missed tackles a little high over the last couple of years. He's a good run defender, though, which is something that the Jets need. Yeah, he's on the interior of the defensive line. He's not on the edge. He's more of an interior guy. No penalties this year, thankfully. Any sacks? You're lined over the B gap most of the time. 2 sacks. He had 7 in 2021, 3, 6. Yeah, I'm not opposed. I would prefer just bring Sheldon Rankins back because he's familiar, but I'm not opposed to that. Do you think with Rodgers, Mims could be salvaged, productive, or do you think with the potential flooding of the wide receiver room, we move on? It depends. If they're adding all 3 guys that are on that list, he will definitely be moved on from. Can he be a serviceable 4th wide receiver? I think there's still a path for that. Yes. So good question. Apparently, Rasul Douglas has access to Aaron Rodgers' account, and he was the one who tweeted Sewell, which is the Sull. Kevin, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate the support from you. Thanks for hanging. Duncan asks, which Jets player will be the most improved this year? Elijah Moore got to be high up on that list, I would think. Michael Carter, I think, could be a big improvement. On the defensive side of the ball, if they keep him, hopefully Whitehead. Maybe also, if they keep him, potentially Carl Lawson. Jets Chaos says, I am so proud of myself for not abusing my power and putting people in the bathroom. It seems like so much fun. It is fun. We're having a blast with it. If you need to do it, you have my permission to do it. But we can't be tossing them willy-nilly in there. You know, I trust your judgment, Jets Chaos. Do we draft a late round quarterback this year? If so, who? I would be surprised by that. Some that I like. Clayton Tune, Jacob Hayner. I'm not really a big Hendon Hooker fan. I know a lot of people like him, but I think he's going to go in like the 2nd round. And I am not usually a fan of drafting older prospects coming off of injuries. Daily Renaissance is getting put in the bathroom for spamming that chat now.
Put him in the fucking bathroom. Get him out of here.
He gone. I answered the question. I didn't realize he was spamming it. That's annoying. Sorry, guys. From the Green Bay side, do they need an answer by 4 p.m. tomorrow? I think for both sides, they should have the answer tomorrow. I think they should, really. Ron John, there is a reason Aaron Jones is number 2 all-time in NFL history yards per carry. Lewis and Lazard are excellent blockers. Yeah, you could definitely say I'm assuming Lewis has been in the league for a million years. I would assume he's got to be a pretty good blocker to hang. And we know Lazard, one of his best strengths is him as a blocker. That'd be great. I'm all about it. I think it makes too much sense to bring him in. Genuinely. Greg C says we gotta give OBG the door test. OBJ the door test. We're having fun with it. Welcome to day 123,456,789 of Aaron Rodgers watch. I'm going to be old and gray. I'll be like, Aaron Rodgers is still asking if Randall Cobb can come. for his age 77 season. I have a feeling the Packers tricked the Jets. They tested to see how much the Jets wanted Rodgers, and now are asking more than the Jets. Hence this stinks so long. I don't agree with that. I don't think that's the case, to be honest with you. No. Brandon says, so what about Wilson and Moore? Is Rodgers basically calling them ass? No, I don't think so. He just wants some guy. This is not a demand list. It's a want list. So if they add two of those receivers, because the Jets were going to be in the market for a receiver, assuming they're moving on from Corey Davis, they want more there, and I get it. Rich says it'll be tomorrow, right? I've said that today's the day or tomorrow, right? Maybe 9,900 freaking times. 99 times. Feels like every single freaking day. Chrome says, Onion, Rodgers to give answer by playoff week. Just give me some damn time. The controversial quarterback replied. That's a really good headline. RELAX. Relax. Every day is the day, says Sorless. Yep, that's how it feels right now, dude. Genuinely, that's how it feels that we really don't know. We don't have an answer. We're just waiting and waiting and waiting and still waiting. Mercedes Lewis is so old. His father is Mercedes Benz. That's classic. Thoughts on center? Yeah. I would say either bring back Connor McGovern. We saw what the market looks like. These guys aren't getting a ton. Or if you want to do like a 1-year deal with Ben Jones, you could do that. I'm good with either. Mace Face, say Arod plays bad, we win 7 games. What's the plan? Well, then you're drafting a quarterback. If you win 7 games, you are probably in striking distance to move up to get a quarterback. If Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh are still here, we don't know, but that would be the plan then at that point. If there's no announcement until the 17th, I'm done. I'm going to be, I don't want to be roadside, but who knows? Maybe I am roadside doing a video. Yeah, we discovered that was a mistake. McGovern's gone to the Lions. We've discovered that was not an actual report. It was a typo. It was supposed to say the Bills because the other McGovern is signed there for that same deal. AJ Hawk currently in negotiations with the Jets. How does he not know? How does he not know what is going on with this Jets team? That's my or Aaron Rodgers, maybe. Yeah, so let's pull up the U Stadium tweet. We mentioned it earlier. Sorry, let's share the tab. Rossini says that the wish list Aaron Rodgers has isn't a must-have, just a few free agents he'd like to play with. She adds that Odell's price tag is high, 15 to 20. That is legitimately insane for Aaron Rodgers. For Odell Beckham. There's no way you can give him $15 to $20 million after he didn't play last year off an ACL injury. 2 ACL injuries in the last 3 years. Come on, man. We can't get serious. We can't be serious. I wish I could give my boss a few wishes of demands. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Daniel Murphy says he has to know, just won't let it out. He's got a... Is he trolling us? What's happening here? I like this tweet from Joe Caporoso from Badlands. He goes, shockingly, I am not out on getting a great quarterback because he wants to upgrade the Davis spot to Lazard, swap in a new wide receiver 5, and may sell OBJ to come here. Yeah, not at the price tag, but I agree with the sentiment on it. Ricky says Odell is worth it for 15. He's different. In 2016, maybe we're a long way removed from that. NY Cursor says 2 toys. Now get in the car. Yeah, you can get 2. We'll give you 2 of those. We have a Diana Rossini tweet. It's not Jets related, but we'll pull it up because there hasn't been much going on. The Titans are expected to sign former 49er Azeez Al-Shaair, per source. Azeez, that's a good first name. He was with them from 2019 through 2022. He played 12 games last year, 44 tackles, started 9 of them. 2021 was his big year. He had 102 tackles that year in 13 games, but depth linebacker. Good point. If he would have won he would have won MVC if he had not gotten hurt. But he did for the second time in 3 years, the same knee injury. I don't know how many 30-plus-year-old wide receivers off of 2 knee injuries are still that elite player. Again, am I saying no to a 1-year flyer deal to prove it? That's a different story. If you want to say a 1-year, $5 million deal, prove that you're still that guy, then great. But you're going to lock in $15 million to a question mark who didn't play at all in 2022? I can't. Wow, holy crap. Rich says Broncos spent $219 million. Did they want a free agency? Yeah, they were throwing money around. Both the Broncos and the Bears were both throwing some stuff around. Yeah, it's like $5 million with the base, and with games or stats or whatever, playoffs. Yeah, with incentives. You want to know Mekhi Becton's salary? Let's see. I'm gonna guess like 10 million, something like that. No, not that much actually. This is Mekhi's. I'm gonna hide your comment. His cap hit is 5.8969 million. It would cost that full. It's guaranteed. That money's guaranteed. So you're not getting any cap relief. Even if you cut him post June 1, you're not getting. You trade him. You get a little if you trade him, but who's trading him? Restructure? I don't think you can restructure. Extension? I don't think they're extending him. Thank you for the super chat from Quebec 1. I appreciate it. I don't see a comment attached, but if I see something from you pop up, I'll put it in. I would rather Chauncey Gardner-Johnson as well in that spot. Rich has cut man. Hard agree. I'll pass it along. Scott says, could you tell Diana Rossini that she's hot, but a French mustard outfit doesn't work? I'll do my best to pass that along. So would you re-sign Becton if he's injured again? No, obviously not. You let him walk. How can I do a super chat? Good question. So on the side where it says chat, you'll see a little thing that looks like a dollar sign in a square. It says show your support for Matt O'Leary. You click on that and you could send in, you either send a super sticker, a super chat. You could join. Bathroom for Red Horse Adventures. What do you say? Even with Rodgers, I think the Dolphins are a better team. We can't have this kind of negative energy in the chat. I agree. Enjoy your 5 minutes in the bathroom.
Put him in the fucking bathroom. Get him out of here.
5 minutes. We'll have you back in 5. No, it's nothing personal. We just can't have that kind of negativity right now at this current moment. Okay, the Texans made another signing. Let's pull that up. There's some stuff is starting to come through now. It was quiet for a little bit. It's not Jets related, which obviously is preferred, but that's the Mackay contract. Texans agreed to a 1-year deal with edge rusher Derek Rivers, per source, former 3rd-round pick, back for a 3rd season with Houston. There we go. Nick says, hey, Matt, came across an interesting article that basically explains why A-Rod is waiting till March 17th. You could still be traded before that point, though. I saw that as well. I was tagged in that a bunch, but it could still be agreed to beforehand. I don't know. I think it's kind of personal. Get him out of here. The Dolphins. I took it personal. That's great. Nick says F. Rodgers decided to retire before March 17th when the window opens for his fully guaranteed $58.3 million options bonus to be exercised. I don't think so. You make Jake Assman look like a saint. Dino, you're on thin ice. You're not going to get sent to the bathroom yet, but you're on thin ice. Maine Jets fan says, Matt, it's snowing in Maine for the 1,000th time this season, but it's good luck this time. I hope you're right. We got some snow flurries here on Long Island today. It really only snowed once this year. We have not had much snow at all. Lazard and Cobb are my 2 pickups I want. Yeah, I think that's pretty likely to happen, to be honest with you, Moose City. I do. Johnny Boy, yes, he says Emo's not dead. I did watch a couple of the videos. I wrote it down. I did watch a couple of the skits that they do. One of them they were in the car. The other one they was like a dance off. That was pretty good. There was a couple good ones in there. And then they have original songs too. I think I listened to an original or a Blink-182 cover that they did. So I did watch a couple. I checked it out. Good stuff, Johnny Boy. Thank you for the shout out there. I love how you're showing the issue sending Stu nods to the shitter. We're having too much fun. We're having too much fun with this. Ricky says OBJ 13, AR 12, all 2023. Yeah, Dennis says Sewell equals Rasul Douglas. Inside joke that Douglas has A-Rod's phone. Yeah. That was a Rasul Douglas and Aaron Rodgers back and forth. It was nothing more, nothing less. At first, I was confused. It took me a second, but yeah. Running low on the water here. Matt, the Jets will sign all of Rodgers' friends, and he will end up retiring. Put me in the effing bathroom. No, we're not doing it. We're not gonna get him in the bathroom just for. I'm not putting you in the bathroom. All right, Red Horse might be back though. No one seems to want to recognize that Haniel was the Green Bay offensive coordinator, and these available Green Bay players know his scheme. Not any indication AR-12 is going to the Jets. I know, in the bathroom. No. You handled your bathroom trip well. I think you came back. You handled it with a sense of humor. I appreciate that, Red Horse. You can stay. I'll allow you to stay. Andrew says, "Where's the damn champagne?" Right where it's been since freaking Thursday. We got the champagne ready to be popped any minute now. I'm not getting the ice because it's not worth it. I'm gonna pop it. It's still, it's not like cold, but it's not even room temperature. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. I did not get the calzone yesterday. I did have pizza, but I did not get a calzone. Do we miss May? Not really. Marcus May was a good Jet, but I wouldn't say that you necessarily miss him. What did he end up? I'm not even familiar with what he ended up doing this past year. He played in 10 games. He was hurt again, which unfortunately, 3 out of his 6 years in the league, he's been hurt. I'm okay with offering Lamar a contract if this doesn't work out with Aaron Rodgers, but I think that you're going to get Baltimore to match it. I think Baltimore's just going to match whatever is out there, and no one's made an offer. You can't make one until tomorrow anyway. No one could speak to him until tomorrow. We'll see if anyone does, but I don't know. Something weird's going on with this. Momo. We don't know who the quarterback is yet. We're not doing record predictions yet. We got on the screen on ESPN. They're saying Jets working towards reaching agreement with Alan Lazard. That's been like that since 10 a.m. So that's not that ain't really doing much to me. No, Mitch. This is my buddy Mitch with the deckhands. Was it cold pizza? I hate cold pizza. For those who don't know, I am very anti cold pizza. Only hot. Now that is something that you can only have hot. So you reheat your leftovers. Don't eat it cold. Don't be a heathen. Hot food's hot. Cold food's cold. Let's keep it that way. Vito Spatafore is waiting in the bathroom. See, Jets Take wants me to send him to the bathroom now. So out of spite, I'm purposely not sending Jets Take. Andrew says, breaking news. This same shit as yesterday. Oh, we have some former Jet news that I could pop up on the screen for you. How about this? We got Jeremy Fowler reporting that Panthers are releasing offensive guard Pat Elflein, saves them around $4.8 million on the cap. A wise decision because, frankly, he's not very good. I apologize. There's no reason that Pat Elflein should have been making that kind of money. For some reason, the Panthers were so quick to pay him starter level money. And I don't know why. When was that? When was he with the Jets? It's 2020. All right, let's pop this up. We'll share the tab. So yeah, these are his PFF numbers. This past year, he allowed 1 sack, 2 hits, 7 pressures. He played 338 snaps at left guard. So how many games did he end up playing? Does it say how many games? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games he played last year. 7 pressures in 6 games is not very good. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. I don't think you want him protecting your rookie quarterback, whoever they take first overall. Brian Anderson, what's going on, my man? He says, I heard Rodgers wants the Jets to sign Jordan Love so he doesn't get a chance to start for another 2 years. Oh, God. Yeah, he's finally going to get his opportunity, right? But it's funny. The guys that he is asking for, the people that he is asking for. Why the weight AR being a Jet will make it easier to sign his list. Lumpy, you're preaching to the choir here. It feels like a game of chicken where they're like, all right, one of us has got to make your move. One of us has got to make the move. Who's it going to be? And we don't know yet. What would be the all-time worst O-line in New York Jets history? And is JVR on that list? Yeah, I think he absolutely is. Elflein's on that list. Basically, the 2020 offensive line. The Jets 2020. Can we pull up their depth chart? I don't want to. That was sad. That was really sad. North Jersey. Are they going to make me subscribe, or can I watch this for free? They ended up trading for Elflein, but Becton, Alex Lewis kind of played. McGovern played. JVR played. McDermott played. We ended up getting Chuma Doga, McDermott. Gross. Wayne Hunter is definitely on that list. He stunk. Wayne Hunter, yup. Jonathan Harrison. Oh my god. Or no, who was the other the center? Wesley Johnson? Right? Didn't he get Sam Darnold killed for snapping the ball over his head? Or was that no, I'm right. Oh no, maybe not. Or was that Khalil who did that? It was one of those two guys. Oh, I like this answer from Brian. It would be Chuma, Wally, Khalil, Hunter, and McDermott. You're right on there. I think you hit it on the head. Spencer Long. Thank you. It was Spencer Long. Oh my God, did Spencer Long suck? Was he only on the Jets that 1 year? I think so. He was with Washington, and then they signed him in 2018. That's right. It was Spencer Long was the Jets center in 2018. He was awful. Awful. I forgot about Spencer Long. Thank you. Any line with GVR in it? Yep. Oh, $50 in your pocket. What bourbon are you buying with $50 budget? Probably, I mean, it's less than $50, but I would probably go Buffalo Trace. What is that? That's like 35, something like that. Vlad Dukas was awesome. Kidding. He was ugly and bad. McDermott did catch that one TD. You are right. We did have that one touchdown catch from our guy. Unfortunately, that was his biggest claim to fame. Rap says the deal Alan Lazard is expected to get done with the Jets around 10 million APY. Really? All right. Let's see if we could pull that up. Hang on. Can we get a refresh here? All right. It's not in the NFL free agency list, but someone's got to have it. Okay. I like that. Yeah. Hold on. We got to get his face off the screen. Rap says the deal Alan Lazard is expected to get with the Jets would be around 10 million. Perfect. That is a perfect swap. Corey Davis out, Lazard in, essentially the same cost. Perfect. I'm good with that. And then we also have this one. Deanna Rossini said, inside the Jets building, I can tell you they really feel good. They just want to get the ball over the goal line. Of course. NYJ is, quote, looking into Odell Beckham Jr., perhaps to make A-Rod happy. I don't know how likely that one's going to be, but can we just get the answer, please? Oh, McCollin's 12 is good. That's a scotch, though, isn't it? I've never tried it. I've heard someone's mentioned it to me before. Maybe it was you who mentioned it in Monkey Shoulders. I'll add that to the list. If it's $10 million for Lazard, I'm all in. Agree. Ken says 4 bottles of Quality House for me. Oof. Did you see what Garrett Wilson said his Finsta before he deleted it? He wants OBJ and no one else on that list. Yeah, well, unfortunately, I don't think he's going to get his list, his wish on that. Duncan, this is very close to getting you tossed in the bathroom. Fireball and apple juice? Duncan, you're too nice to throw in the bathroom. But that is ugh, yuck. Johnny says we waiting for Green Bay and the Jets to come to terms on Rodgers. Yeah. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. But wouldn't you feel like it would get out that Aaron Rodgers has made his decision to come back? Feels that way, at least to me. CJ Golson tweeted about Aaron Rodgers in New England. Oh my God. Come on now. Let's get serious. Real Sean says real whiskey comes from Scotland and Scotland only. All right. Okay. Oh my God. Dom C says if you need some Buffalo Trace, hit me up. I'm a liquor/wine salesman in my actual career. Me and Dom C are about to become best friends, is what I'm hearing. I love it. Thank you, Dom C. Matt, if you could Steve Cohen any free agent, who would it be? I want Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Yeah, that kind of makes sense, right? If you're looking for a high cost, maybe you make the case for Orlando Brown. I think that's a little bit risky. Yeah, I think he really changes that defense at free safety then. Or he can play all over. He can play in the slot. He can play in the box. He does a little bit of everything. Matt, if by chance Rodgers retires and we can't get Lamar, do you agree the next best quarterback would be Kirk Cousins? If not, who's better than Kirk? Yeah, I would say Kirk at this point over Stafford. Now, I love Matthew Stafford. He's a quarterback that I will go to bat for. One of my favorite quarterbacks from the last decade or so. But the injuries and his age is a little bit scary. I don't want it to come down to Kirk Cousins, but I would think, yeah, that's probably the best option at that point. Rich says 23 years sober, switch to substances. There you go. Whatever works for you. Ooh, okay. He redeemed himself with the Bushmills Black. Thank you, Lasso. He says, F it, you just gained a new subscriber. Thank you. Much appreciated. Really, Momo says he'd rather have Brissett than Kirk. Okay. I don't know if I agree, but V-Man speaking my language. A nice Jack and Coke. That is a go-to. It's a classic. A fine cocktail, in my opinion. Real whiskey comes from where it was created in Ireland. No need to mention the poor man's Ireland, aka Scotland. You guys crack me up. Lamar, AR-12, respectfully, he says. Monty says, let's not talk about, you don't word about eating the bread when lobster's on the way. Yep. I agree. I think it gets done. We're everyone's in a bad state right now. We just want these things to get done and to be over with. Bram says Cousins, Brissett. Yep, I'm with you there. All right. I think I'm gonna, unless something happens at the 2.5 hour mark, I think is where we're gonna cut today. I can't be on for 5+ hours again today. I don't have that in me. We were in a unique spot yesterday, but right now, not really in that same spot. Plus, got to figure out what the heck we're doing for Just Jets. Plus, we have the Talking Jets panel later, so it's gonna be a busy day still. Winston's back in New Orleans. He signed $8 million to be the backup, which is a little surprising. I thought he'd go to a new spot, but I am surprised to see that he's back. Chris Drevler over Cousins, New York Cursor. You're crazy, dude. I don't buy that. Rappaport about to break something. He's texting someone. All right, let's see. We'll do a little quick little refresh. I don't see something yet, but Eagles just signed Rashad Penny. Yeah, that was a little bit of a surprising one. Ricky asks, who do we think will break the news? I think Rossini. I think she's been on this the best out of all the big name people. Thank you, Johnny D. I'm glad that you like it. I know that's not it's fun. Joe Maniello is a good guy. I'm glad you like it. DJ Reed 12 tweeted whatever 12 want to get, go get. Really? Okay, let's see. Hold on. Let's pull up DJ Reed. Oh, okay. He did. Whatever 12 want, go get. He changed his tune real quick. He changed his tune up real quick. Oh, man. At first, it was our wide receivers are fine. And then it wasn't. V-Man says it's a holiday drink, but coquito. Evaporated milk, condensed milk, cream of coconut, rum, and some cinnamon stick. It is amazing. Yes, that is a very popular drink. I've had it once before. I have a friend who is I'm pretty sure Puerto Rican. I should know that, but I don't. And they made it for a Christmas party thing. Good to know. Thank you, V-Man. Matthew says somebody on Twitter said Rodgers might be working on a goodbye Green Bay video, which is causing the holdup. How long is this video going to be? Was it going to be like a Rogan episode, 4 hours long? Oh, here we go. We got Jets news. It's not Rodgers, but it is Jets news. Breaking. Jets are signing free agent Alan Lazard to a 4-year, $44 million deal with $22 million guaranteed. Sources tell The Score. Lazard comes off his best season, totaling 6 for 788, 6 touchdowns in 15 games with the Packers. The Jets deal also gets things to the finish line with this deal should. Okay. Whew, I almost had a panic attack. Should also get the Jets to the finish line with Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. Here we go. All right. That's getting a retweet. That's confirmed. I guess we're hanging out a little. The same thing happened to me yesterday. 10 minutes before. Oh, Jesus. 10 minutes before hopping off, we get some news. We're sticking on for a little bit. Good stuff. What do you guys think? Drop it in the chat. Drop in the chat what do you think. I'm just going to retweet the stream saying we're live discussing the Lazard. Officially official. Good stuff. What do we think? He's making a movie. Oh my God. That should do it. Jets Chaos likes it. Hawk says that confirms it. Come on, guys. Ooh, that is good. That is good. I like it. Rapp was just beaten by Schultz. Things you absolutely hate to see or love to see. Rodgers is coming, baby. 8-hour stream. Here we go. Yeah, I literally said I can't do it. I did 6 hours yesterday. I can't do it again. We're sticking on for a little bit while longer. Bam, we got a couple super chats. Let's do it. Guess you're going on longer than 2.5 today. Keep it up. Thank you. Yep, we're going to be hanging on for a little bit longer. Might have to do a bathroom break like yesterday and then hop back and come back on. Don't think I could do 6 hours, but we're sticking on for a little bit longer. Monty, what's up, dude? Says, thanks for the coverage. We've only been realistically a preseason Super Bowl contender twice since 1987, 1998, and 2020. Twice in 40 years, whatever it takes. Monty, one, thanks again for the support. It really means a lot, and I appreciate it. And number two, 98 and 2010. You're right. 2010 was different because after you had that success in 2009, you're like, all right, this team, there's something here. and they go to the AFC Championship game again, I really thought that was the year. I really do. So now people see the Lazard 4 years, but there's only $22 million guaranteed. So it's front loaded. You could technically get out of it. You could get out of it. I got people blowing up the phone. So it's got to be coming soon. We got to be getting this news soon. Has to. What's the wait? What are we waiting for? You got one guy on your list. One down, 3 to go, maybe. Rapid Shefty Was. Yep. Corey Davis takes the dropsies to another team. It feels that way. Chris says Rappaport really knows nothing about the Jets. That's true. Feel like this is the closest to the confirmation of A-Rod. Yep, this is maybe the first domino. Someone get mad 100 Red Bulls. That's great. Oh, he did. Costello picked up the Lazard report. All right, let's see. I got to do a little refresh here. Where is Costello? I'm better off probably just typing his name in. Yeah, he just says Jets land Lazard. Jets land Lazard. Bam. There we go. I think it's a good move. Just need a center to snap the ball to him. You're right, Dunk. You're right, my man. Not yet, but obviously it's coming. V-Man says, call Mayor Adams to set up the victory parade. Man, you guys are pumped. Watsuke is in here. Let's go, baby. Lizard King to the Jets. Garofolo confirmed it too. We got stuff flying through now. Things you love to see. I think it's a good move. The O-line will be better just because AR-12 is back there making the calls and reads. That's also a good point. I mean, the quarterback does play a factor. He's also not going to run 5 yards backwards every play and try to do 99 spinneramas. The Davis AAV was 12. I'm 99% certain. Maybe it was 10. It might have been 10. It was, hang on, 3 years, 37.5, which was a 12.5 AAV. So you are saving $1.5 million AAV. His cap hit for this year would be 11.6. If you cut him, you're freeing up $10.5 million in cap space. He will be cut, and you'll spend an extra $500K for Allen Lazard, who is younger and, frankly, at this point, better. Davis AAV 10.6. Or maybe that was what he was going to be against the cap. Maybe that's what Tom C thought. Honestly, an upgrade for cheaper then. Yep, I'm with you there. I agree. What about Braden Mann? Will he rate the report on that? I don't know. Possibly. All right, listen, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a quick bathroom break and water break. When we're gone, we'll pull up the let's go back to Boy Green. He has the video. So I'll pop the video of Anna Rossini talking about the list, not necessarily the list of demands, but the the latest. Yeah, here we go. This is the one that I wanted. With Adam Schefter and Diana Rossini discussing the list. Here we go. Oh, nope. Hang on. Got to change the tab. Share this tab. There we go.
Go back to when Aaron Rodgers was wondering whether or not he'd go back to Green Bay a couple of years ago. One of the conditions, the main condition that he wanted attached to his return was the return of Randall Cobb. And that was exactly what the Packers made happen. Well, as the Jets continue to discuss Aaron Rodgers for this upcoming season, they have targeted a number of players that would appeal to Aaron Rodgers, including Randall Cobb. Now, one of the players that they're trying to finalize a deal with is the Packers free agent wide receiver, Alan Lazard, who spent 5 seasons with Aaron Rodgers, teammate since 2018. They're working to reach an agreement with him. There's one other team involved, but it certainly sounds like it'll be the Jets that ultimately land Alan Lazard, and that would obviously make the New York Jets franchise that much more attractive to Aaron Rodgers.
Keeping the band back together and take a look at the connection between Aaron Rodgers and Alan Lazard last season. This, of course, the first year without Davante Adams. Lazard led the team, meaning the Packers, in targets, receptions, and receiving yards. He's also regarded as one of, if not the very best blocking wide receiver in the NFL. But it's not just Alan Lazard and Randall Cobb that had receiving. Who else is on the wish list for Aaron Rodgers?
There is an Aaron Rodgers wish list.
Wasn't
here.
Christmas like 3 months ago?
And this isn't, a must-do list. This is a list that he would like to see the Jets make a strong effort to try to land here, right? So Alan Lazard, Mercedes Lewis. We talked about Randall Cobb and Odell Beckham Jr. He recently had a workout on this past Friday in Arizona.
That was a quick run. 1 minute and 30 seconds for a pee break and a water bottle fill up. Good stuff. Things you just love to see. It's a good move. It was confirmed in a couple places, I believe. Fowler, he says, can confirm 4-year deal on Lazard. Jets zeroed in on him early, and now 2 of the top receivers and free agents are off the board. I love it. I think it's a really good move. Davis is gone. There we go. I think I missed a super chat. Sorry. Hey, I'm back. I'm a diehard Jet fan since 2002. Do you think Rodgers will break the curse of our quarterback? I hope Moore over Cobb is a joke. I guess Cobb over Moore. I don't think Moore is going to go anywhere. I really don't. I think he does break the quarterback curse. No, the bathroom is right across the hall, so it's quick. DJ Reed new tweet. Was there another new one? Goes, I thought about it. I am all about winning that Lombardi, point blank, period. I'm glad, DJ Reed. Thank you. I'm glad that's what you think, and that's what you want. This one was good too. Whatever 12 want, go get it. And then I thought about it. I'm all about winning that Lombardi. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad you had to think on it. And that's the conclusion we came to. Oh, I meant Cobb's over Moore as a joke. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be. I think Moore's going to stick. Yeah, Adam Schefter just retweeted the Fowler report. Man, they are behind. ESPN is behind on anything Jets related. Commanders released J.D. McKissick, by the way. We got over 1,000 in here. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Make sure to like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. You can become a member of the channel by hitting the join button. Or if you want to send in a super chat to show your support, it really means the world to me. I appreciate it. Another day, baby. Here we are. Matt to the bathroom. Go get some calzones. Oh, God. What are the center options you like? Jones from Tennessee, who was cut. Bring back McGovern or the NFL draft. No, that's right on where it needs to be. You need to have about 6 receivers on a roster. So the OG, the Jets Twitter OG, Drew from Jersey chimes in. He goes, prepared to get fucked at the NFL. Oh, that's great. Yeah, thank you. It's true. The like button helps because it just, it's good for the algorithm. It puts it in front of more people. Thank you. Alex, 100%. I think the Jets can get Cobb and Lewis cheap. They are going to be pretty much vet minimum deals. They are not going to be very expensive. Not really familiar with the American Reporter. So who's the top guy when it comes to the Jets? Usually Rappaport and Schefter are pretty good. Sorry, I should have rephrased. They have been lacking on the Aaron Rodgers story. Diana Rossini's been the best one on the Aaron Rodgers front. Not at all. I don't think the Jets overpaid. I think it was completely fair value for Allen Lazard. I sure as hell hope not, City Bert. He says, you think we wait till the 17th? Get this done today. Finish it now. Right now. Yeah. 11 million is a bargain in today's NFL. It's less than what Corey Davis signed for 2 years ago. Corey Davis's AAV was 12.5 million. I think it's a good deal. Just got off work. Haven't been able to check updates. Can you please catch me up with everything that's happened today while I'm driving home? Thanks, Chris K. You got it. Here you go. The big thing was that, according to Diana Rossini, she was reporting that Aaron Rodgers asked the Jets to not ask the Jets, but the phrase was a wish list, not demands, but a wish list of free agents. Randall Cobb, Allen Lazard, Mercedes Lewis, and Odell Beckham Jr. were on the list. They just signed Allen Lazard to a 4-year, $44 million deal. $22 million of that 44 is guaranteed. That is $11 million a year on average. I think it's a good move. Randy Hamilton says AR trying to bring his AARP squad over. So with some of the older guys, yeah, but they're not going to really have that big of a role, I don't think, anyway. Rosenblatt says Jets get Allen Lazard. Very good sign. Not as good for Corey Davis, who might be a casualty of this signing. He more than likely will be. More than likely will be. Yup says Corey is also better than Lazard. Marginal, and he never plays. He has missed significant time. Sorry, these are coming through quick. I would love the news to break during the pod tonight so you can be with Ryan and Greenby. That pop would be epic. That would. Yep. 1000% agree. I think it would be fantastic for news to come out on that show. I think that's the way that it's got to be. That's the way that it's again, that's it. That's just how it has to happen. We're going to have a huge crew. I can only in these individual streams we've been having over 1,000. Now imagine when it's, myself, Ryan, and Green Bean, all three of us in there reacting. It's good. It's really good. I'm looking forward to it. Pat Dunn, thank you, man. He says 4 years for Lazard must have mean that Aaron will be here for at least 2 years. Yeah, I think so. The first 2 years are the guaranteed money anyway. So that makes a ton of sense. He's younger. What is he, 27? So he signed through his age 28, 29, 30 season. After that, yes, he is 27. He turned 27 in December. So we'll have him 27, 28, 29, 30. Yep, I was right. How about the option in on the 17th? How does the opt in on the 17th help if we wait? I don't think it makes. I think you could designate it for the 17th anyway. So I don't think it really makes that much of a difference, honestly. I really don't. Rolls Lazard highlight tape. I don't want to get demonetized for showing all the tape. Unfortunately, the NFL doesn't like when you show video. Nice deal. Let's go. Yeah, I wonder what number he's going to wear because 13's retired. What did he wear in college? Let's see. What did he wear in college? He went to Iowa State. He wore number 5 in college. So put him in the number 5. Nice deal. Let's go. Thank you, and Jets. I agree. Lazard's been someone that I've wanted for a long time, even before the Rodgers link. Even before the Rodgers link. It makes too much sense. Wilson is going back to 5. Not if I have any say in it. With someone who has a number 17 Garrett Wilson jersey. You know the inner circle is tight-lipped. Poor Shifty Schefter. Can't buy a clue. Nope, he don't know. He's in over his head with this story in particular. He's done a good job otherwise. We got a new Boy Green tweet. What do you say? Oh my God, Adam Schefter, come on, dude. Adam Schefter said the Alan Lazard deal to the Jets isn't done yet on ESPN Live. What? Come on. Does anyone else have that? I don't know. People are running with it. I think we're okay. I'll keep you updated, but I think we're fine on that one. Super chat from Moose City. Thank you, Moose. I really like this signing. To be honest, he's a proven blocker and is durable. Yeah, a red zone threat too. Red zone threat, familiarity with Hackett, familiarity with Rodgers. It works. I think it works, Moose. Keith Jackson says, with Lazard off the board, who do you think is the next target for the Jets to sign? Cobb? No, I don't know. I would like a center next, I think. And a safety, but I don't necessarily think they're going to do that. I would say a center. Figure out what they're going to do there. Whether it's McGovern or another veteran center. Add a center in there potentially. Ryan says, didn't Schefter just retweet that? Yeah, valid point. He did. He retweeted oh no, he unretweeted it then. But it was from the who the hell's the other? Jeremy Fowler. He initially retweeted. Rap Sheet said it's done. All right, I trust Rap. Fowler confirmed it. NFL Network said on the phone getting deal done. So it is done. Adam Schefter put him in the bathroom. Robert sends in his super chat. Let's get to him. He says, Jets fan in Dublin, Ireland. Enjoy. Lived in Hoboken for 10 years. What do you think they will do at backup quarterback? Do you sit Wilson for a year? Yeah, I mean, Wilson might end up being the backup if they're not going to be able to spend somewhere else, but Mike White's gone, so you're not bringing him back. Brissett's going to cost too much. I don't think they're going to bring in a veteran. It very well could be just Wilson back there. Maybe they add a third veteran that I'm just not thinking of. But yeah, I don't think they're going to spend a ton. Jeff Smith is gone. Yep, they cut him. Or didn't offer him RFA tender, whatever it was. Yeah, Bridgewater too. Jets Chaos says maybe they bring back Johnson. He sent me a tweet too, so let me pull this up. Oh, God. He says, Rodgers has informed both the Jets and the Packers to meet him on the 9th green at 9 tonight for his decision. He's advised both front offices to dress nice for the occasion. Oh, God. That's great. Ben Kurt? Isn't he the Twitter guy? Is he the Twitter dude? Rodgers made Schefter how to forget how to do his job. Oh, God. F says, I know I'm late, but let's go, Lazard. Have you guys discussed Lazard yet? Have we? Barney Miller? Yes, we have. We are happy that Alan Lazard is a member of the New York Jets. Corey Davis's time with the Jets appears to be over. You cut him, you free $10.5 million, and you're on your very way. Okay, here's what let's listen to Mike Garafolo. Here's what he had to say on it. 1 second. Well, give me a second. We'll pull him up. It's a minute 10 video.
Well, listen, let's start with the news.
There we go. Good stuff. I like it. Big fan. Think it's a good move. Alan Lazard's an OG. I like it. Let's go back. Harry, what's up, man? Woohoo. Thank you. If you could bring back one of the two, Brick or Mangold in their prime, which are you bringing back for this team? Oh, that is such a good one because they need both positions. I'm gonna go to Brickashaw because I think left tackle is more important than center, even though you could argue Mangold is the better player. I think I would go Brick, but you can make a good case for both. Snowball says 4 years. How many will Rodgers be there for? 2 years. Uncle George is going to break the Lazard news to you in the next 4 hours. You are spot on. So if you missed it yesterday, if you weren't a part of the stream, I was saying my Uncle George texted me like 2 or 3 times throughout the day about signings that were like 45 minutes after the fact. Now, to be fair to someone who's like 55, that's still like pretty like, oh, let me, and the thought is there. He's like my nephew, my godson. He works in football. He covers, the Jets and the NFL. Let me text him and take time out of my day. So I appreciate it, but it was funny. It was just funny. That's all. Mangold for the leadership. Mangold easily. I'd go Mangold and draft a tackle. Okay. Put yourself in the bathroom. Hold on. I am 56. 55 is not old. I'm sorry. He doesn't. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to call you out. I threw them right under the bus. I should put myself in the bathroom. Time to go watch Lazard highlights BRB. There we go. That's true. A Brick missed 1 snap in his career. Omar says, hey, Matt, hope you're well. I'm late with the Lazard news, but good deal by Joe D. I agree. I think it's a great deal. I can't believe that Schefter is saying that it's not happening, but then you have the NFL Network guys saying that it is. Kane says, so the deal is done, Matt. I hope so with this happening. When does Rodgers come? Thoughts on center market with Brendel and Bradbury gone? Yeah, I think it's got to happen soon. We've only been saying that for about a week. But center market, if you're going to bring in a free agent, either run it back with McGovern or bring in the guy who your offensive line coach just coached recently in Ben Jones. That'd be my move. Jets Central probably put out the video that where we were getting Lazard yesterday. Yeah, Lazard, where I'm sure he posted it already, right? Seven hours ago, he did a video on that they were looking to get Lazard. Did he do? No, his most recent video was the wish list. He's putting up numbers today too, man. He's got 3 videos up. One on actively working to sign Lazard. The second one, the Jets eyeing Randall Cobb. Third one, the report of the Aaron Rodgers wish list. Shefty didn't want to say until Jets Central confirmed. What does the current depth chart look like with Lazard? Well, the current depth chart would be I would guess Garrett Wilson and Alan Lazard on the outside, Elijah Moore in the slot. Corey Davis is still under contract for now, so he's there. Denzel Mims is still there. But I think we're going to ultimately end up seeing. I think we're going to ultimately end up seeing Corey Davis get cut, and they're going to add some more there. But more than likely, your starting trio at wide receiver next year is going to be Lazard and Garrett Wilson on the outside and Elijah Moore in the slot. Yeah, I saw that. Tigo's been beating Ian by seconds. It's his new passion. Good for him. Sure thing. Shout out to Jesse P. Hope he's having a good day. Thank you for hanging with us. Thank you for supporting. Means a lot. Shout out Jesse P. Can't they trade Davis and avoid the 600 dead cap? Let's see. I have his contract up. Let's see if you trade him. Trade pre-June 1st, no. Trade post-June 1, no. No, it's going to be the same thing either way. Jay Ruckert's back, basically swapping Davis for Lazard. I'm not the real Jeremy Ruckert. I'm just a huge fan from Lindenhurst. Love it. Thank you for supporting. Long Island, what's up? Yeah, I'm about it. I like it. Well, it's the other way. Basically, yeah, Davis out, Lazard in. Matthew Patron, I don't know how true it is, but my brother said the NFL Network said we're going to get OBJ. Not, I think your brother is mistaken unless there's been a report in the last 5 seconds. No. They are talking to him and interested in him potentially. It's him, Randall Cobb, Lazard, who they just signed, and Mercedes Lewis are the interested ones. Is there another new OBJ tweet? No. There isn't. Nothing new from him. No, good price for Alan Lazard. $11 million a year is more than fair value for him. He's a good player. He's not an elite level wide receiver, but he's a solid wide receiver. And he's cheaper than Corey Davis. There we go. Drop a like for extending the stream. We're going to hang on for a little bit longer, not too much longer. Eventually, we'd like to get a video out on this. Oh, Jet Central just dropped 28 seconds ago. Alan Lazard signing with the Jets. Jet Central vid dropped. So quick. Orlando Brown we need? I don't know. That's going to be like $22 million a year. I'm going to say no. Angela says over under 10 touchdowns for Lazard this year. I'll go like 6. I don't think it's going to be 10. I think Garrett Wilson goes over 10. Yeah, I agree with this. They're going to keep the signings 1 hour apart to keep Matt going all night long. We could have that could be the sponsor of today's video. Tilo says, where do you rank this offense with Rodgers, Wilson, Lazard, Moore, Hall, and potentially OBJ? I would like them to be like a top 10 offense. That'd be the dream. Right now, they're not on the same par with Mahomes. They're not on the same with the Chiefs, the Bills, the Eagles, all those teams. But if they could be right around, top 10, I'd be very happy with that. Very happy with the top 10 offense. With how good their defense is going to be, they're going to be a top 5 defense. And you have an offense that's top 10. Hell yeah. Sign me up. Nate Herbig replacement. Literally almost any warm body. Top 5 offense? Think so? I don't know. Maybe they would. I hope so. We answered this one, man. Jets forever. Hey, he lives. Stop leaving Mims out when you all mention wide receivers offense. Denzel Mims, wide receiver 1. That's my bad. Hey, Sloppy Tuna says officially a Jets fan this coming season, regardless of Aaron Rodgers deal. Not a football guy at all, but got to support the channel. Sloppy Tuna, thank you so much for the support. You're a good one. You're a saint of a human being. Honest opinion on acquiring OBJ, a lineup of Wilson, Lazard, and OBJ is dangerous. With no more, I guess. Unless we sign Ben Jones, I think that really points to us trying to get JMS in the draft. Yeah. Again, it's dependent on how many picks you're going to have. We don't know what's going the other way. Not news. I mean, he picked up the report about Bryce Huff getting the second round tender. There we go. Thank you, Rich. Out on more. Very limited. Okay. Me too. I like John Michael Schmitz. I'd be good if that's the route that they wanted to go. I'm not sold they're going to have their second rounder, but maybe they trade back instead. Who knows? What's his talk with pick 13? Are we trading first pick for Rodgers? No. I would put it at a less than 10% chance that pick 13 is included in the Aaron Rodgers trade. No shot. I would think so. Mims is basically wide receiver 4 or 5, and Lazard's backup. Pretty much the exact same situation that he was in last year with Corey Davis. I don't think Rodgers would like a rookie center. I mean, possibly. Then if that's the case, bring back McGovern or go get Ben. You're not taking a running back at pick 13. That's almost bathroom worthy. Not quite, but bathroom worthy. Do Jets make a move for Jordan Poyer? I don't think he officially went to Miami. I saw someone else in the chat say that, but I don't think he officially did go to Miami. I know they were interested, but I don't think that was official. Yeah, I don't think that's official. I do. Peter Skoronski. He's probably not my number one. Not my number one, but I would say he is absolutely worth the 13th pick. Hard to say. We don't know what the structure of the Lazard deal is going to be. And plus, over the cap hasn't really updated. Like, it's still listing Braxton Berrios on the roster. So I really don't know right now. Don't have a good idea. Champagne's ready to go. Same spot as it's been since on Thursday. Ready to be popped. AFL Titans unis are the 80s. I would go the 80s jerseys. I like the 80s look a lot. With the white face mask, not the green and the black face mask. The green with the white. Let's trade back for more picks. That's on the table at 13. I think there's a possibility or a world where they don't pick there. Oh, want to see a first look at Alan Lazard in a Jets uniform? It's a Photoshop. He's Photoshopped into Tyler Conklin's number, actually. Let's do that. Let's pull that up. There he is. Looks good. Welcome to New York, Alan Lazard. I don't think he's getting number 83. Maybe put him back in 5. It was never JSN at 13. All right, I'll do a couple more, and then we'll hop out unless something happens. Because it doesn't seem like anything Aaron Rodgers related is going on. So we could end this, and I'll do the Alan Lazard video after this, and then I'll be ready for Talking Jets tonight. And hopefully we get breaking news on Talking Jets tonight. Number 10 for Allen. That'd be cool. I can see that. Morstead, JK, what is it? JK Skinner from the Chargers, I think. JK something. I think it's JK Skinner. Right, now that Matt's wrapping up. Right, now something is going to drop. That's why I do it. I do it for you guys, actually. Do a quick little Twitter refresh. Something will pop up. Yeah, J.K. Scott. There we go. Can we please sign Ben Jones already? That's what I want. Matt, do you think the Jets are going to sign all the guys Rodgers wants? No, I don't think all of them. I think maybe 2 or 3 would be my guess. I don't think it's going to be all 4. That'd be, I mean, it'd be great if they pulled it off, but I don't think so. Thank you, Marcos, for the super sticker. It is much appreciated. I appreciate the support. Here, I think there's a great way to pop off the stream. Jets forever. Enjoy your 5 minutes in the bathroom.
Put him in the fucking bathroom. Get him out of here.
Enjoy your 5 minutes in the bathroom, even though we're about to end off anyway. All right, guys, a little over 3 hours, a short one today. Only 3 hours today on the live. You guys are the best. We are going to be doing a video on Lazard in a little bit shortly. Then we will be on Talking Jets. We'll figure out tomorrow's plans when tomorrow happens. I'll be back if any other news breaks. Love you guys. Matt O'Leary. Catch you next time.